Hello.
Hold on.
Sir.
I just immediately went to the wrong OBS screen as well. For God's sake, it's going so well. Up indeed. Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. Welcome back to this shit show. It's Practical Heroes while the music slowly retunes itself. It's our second flagship campaign. It's Sands of Syldaris. It's been a while and we're clearly very happy to be back together because everyone's in a real silly mood today, so it's gonna be chaos. And I, for one, can't wait.
Prepare for trouble.
Speaking of waiting... Speaking of waiting, you're going to have to wait like 30 seconds longer because it's time for a recap. Because a bunch of stuff happened last time. You guys, you found the sands of Syldaris. You uncorked the musty urn and gave him a good old sniff. All the remains of Syldaris.
That's the name of the campaign.
It is the name of the campaign.
What? Musty?
A musty sniff.
Yeah.
It's Syldaris's musty remains is the name of the campaign. Fuck's sake. I actually needed to take a pause because my brain was just screaming Syldaris's musty balls. And I needed to reset. Before I... Oh, God. Right. Found the sands of Syldaris, sniffed Syldaris's balls, and then you decided that Linga should try and keep them safe somehow, whether it's some way of ritually pouring the sands into her spellbook to try and store them in there with the fragments of Syldaris's soul, which remain trapped inside the spellbook. You went back to the beach and found your dragon turtle friend and asked for a lift back to Drunglung. Having brought a semblance of peace to the Kuatoa, they believe you to be some semblance of gods. Chester convinced them that the best thing to do to appease their new gods would be to strike peace with the Grung. So you have a Kuatoa representative with you who sat unblinking for like 2 days on the back of the dragon turtle.
Wow, not
staring at you guys.
He licks his eyeballs occasionally, though. Occasionally,
yeah. Just really slow, wet, loud lick. You decided you'd take a little detour. End roleplay. You decided you would... you just it's going well. You decided you'd take a little detour before heading to the Grung and visit. Fuck me, man.
We get it. Come on, you do this.
You
Come on, Mitch, keep it together.
Take a drink. Maybe get some
Okay.
water. Get some water.
Line. Thank you. You decided to take a detour to visit the Aero Crystal, see what was going on before you went to speak to the Grung. And you found a very, very large crystal in the ground, very much conforming to Linga's theories that there is some sort of weak point between the planes where the planar barrier is. As you began to grow or draw closer and closer, you were having to kind of navigate through the forest to find it. You were able to do so with Linga tracking the magical energy and Mura following ley lines, trying to catch some of the more errant ones that seem to have potentially even been pulled through from other planes of existence. And eventually, you found your way to the crystal itself. You saw that it was massive, crackling energy all around it, various kind of like breaks in reality here and there, glimpses of large tree branches through tears in reality. You experienced a bit of like a kind of chaos storm of energy. Linga, had an idea of potentially trying to intermingle the crystal with the tower that you took from the tower by teleporting it on top of the crystal and seeing if you could then pick it up with you and use it to then teleport the tower across planes. As you were starting to theorize on all of these things and basically just getting ready to kind of leave where this area was and start heading back towards your tower, the sky erupted into chaos. Flames began to rain down. You saw various figures descending from the sky, raining chaos and starting effectively like a small-scale war on the Sunset Archipelago. And as you began to spring into action to help, as Mayward so kindly put it, two assholes showed up to stop you. One of them is this enormous, imposing figure, about 7 feet tall, with a very large, very imposing sword. Also, his weapon that he has with him is a very big sword as well. That's a nice little dick joke for you there. The other being a little bit smaller, very kind of like wiry, emaciated looking, covered in kind of cloak, robes, hood, matching descriptions kind of told to you by the lovers as being Strength and the Hermit, the two tarot cards that you knew were potentially somewhere around the Sunset Archipelago. Just as we left, Chester sent a message to his mother to hopefully teleport the tower over to you guys, which is something I completely forgot about and have not prepared something for yet, but we'll see what happens there. And we basically left off with Warden cracking just a classic Warden one-liner opener as these two imposing figures appeared before you. So, take it away, buddy.
I fight giant monsters now. Yeah, that's what I do.
He just brings the rap battle back out. It's Warden versus the Frog Rappers all over again.
Don't you mean MC Cold Steel?
MC Cold Steel in
Lest we
fucking
forget.
deed. In fact, do I have... I might just have here exactly where we left off and what they said. I mean, it was just a classic. It was the standard, "We'll be taking those," holds out hand menacingly towards the sands of Syldaris that you guys are holding.
Mira's like, I only have Layla.
Yeah.
I'm
And bath
sorry.
bombs.
Sorry,
He wants,
no
he wants all the
change.
bath bombs.
Oh my god, Mira just starts pulling out all her bath bombs. Well, like, you could pay for them, but not everybody's.
It's the
that
classic
nice.
action movie trope where they're just removing all their weapons, but instead it's bath bombs.
Yeah. Well, we've already utilized the sands, so I just like, can we just like put them in Mira's bag real quick or something? Because they're inert right now, right?
Yes, if you've poured them into the book or you're
Yeah.
using them for stuff, then oh yeah, because we did that on the dragon turtle, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
like,
you absolutely can.
It's not like out. They're not. We would have like done the thing on the dragon turtle and then like put the urn or whatever the fuck it is in the bag.
Yeah,
and-
it's basically an urn.
yeah. So
But
it's not like
the-
out. They can't see it. Okay.
The urn is in the bath bomb bag because I'm gonna use it to mix ingredients.
Yeah.
The really
Ancient
actually-
wizard ash is really good for your skin.
It's like I'm gonna end.
Yeah, I think parsing out the inert ashes into bath bombs is a great idea.
Yeah. I feel like one of those.
Because who would know? Who would know?
Exactly.
Chester gonna look at the little one and frankly, you could use a bath, you stinky little shit.
So the little one isn't necessarily like small by any means. They're just smaller than strength. They are still like average human height.
Yeah, but they
in
probably
fact.
have a complex about it. So let's keep poking.
That's small to Chester though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chester's
That's
like
very true.
7'8" or something.
6'9", famously.
Yeah. I mean, if I
Yes,
know anything
very
about at
famously.
least
Wink, wink.
Southern American men, even the average ones get touchy about being called short because they're apparently if you're not at least 6'2", you're short. I'm like, that makes no sense.
I ain't short, says
I'm
the hermit.
6'1", so I'm short.
Famously Southern.
Well, like 5'7" is the average sized American male, and people are still
Really?
yeah.
Yes.
Damn, I gotta move to America.
Yeah, I'm like,
5'3" is the average sized American woman. So
yeah,
Damn, I gotta
5'10".
move to
I feel like
America.
I'm taller than I feel like
Yeah.
I'm tall enough. Honestly, I don't want to get any taller. Actually,
but anyway, I digress. Keep calling this guy short.
Everyone wants to be tall until you have to get on a plane.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard
Or
a
you
guy
get-
say that recently.
Or you
Like,
get big like me, so I'm tall and I'm big now. I can't get into anything. Sucks.
how tall are you, Lindsay?
5'10".
Are you really?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's the
Hell yeah.
just
about
look,
the same height.
that's the average Canadian male height is 5'10".
I'm never
Wow.
going anywhere near Canada. Fuck you.
I'm a short tall. I'm too tall to wear regular lady clothes, and I'm too short to wear tall lady clothes because tall lady clothes start at like 6, and regular lady clothes stop at like 5'8".
So you gotta get the
My-
tall
Like
ones.
this weird gap. Yeah.
My
So
wife's
I'm either
5'10" as well.
yeah, you know, she knows the struggle. She knows.
Yeah.
Jeez, I wish I was 5'10", but
Me too.
But this guy, he's short. He can be 5'10". He's short.
he's short. We hate it.
Little guy.
Mira's like, you're fucking short.
So
Well,
tiny.
Right
Look at this
after
little man.
Strength and the hermit are now both in the mid-session chat. I'll get them up
Let's
on
see.
Shard in a second for the stream.
For the street.
Oh,
That's
the
a good
hermit
sword.
has such a forlorn expression. God.
Why do I see the? I'm sorry. All I could see immediately was the Miku funeral set.
Mhm. No context.
No context.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
then-
what's
and
waiting
then-
for you guys.
And then that's Wyatt Earp, if you didn't know what that joke was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My Huckleberry.
Erotic rest in peace.
Oh my god, I love what you
Any
made in
roleplay?
Rust for Mitch Maywood. That's so cool.
Yeah, it came out well.
That's
I
awesome.
even got
go,
the logo
stream.
for his band.
Yeah.
This is
So-
strength on stream now.
Oh,
There we
cool.
go.
Look at him. I like his
With
mask.
his feathered
cool
helmet.
mask.
It's a very cool mask. Very
Mhm.
I think-
bird-like.
Rip should steal it and shrink it down and wear it after this.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
And pick and upload. Oh. I'm sorry. Every time I open my folder, Kenku hates it.
Thinker's like, how dare you have to do
Kenku
anything
hates
else?
handouts. And here is the hermit for the stream.
Hermit
There
looks
we
so
go.
sad.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you if everyone's calling you short and the hermit all the time?
Wait a minute. He's wearing
I mean,
purple robes. Mitch, did you make a JoJo reference?
Always. Roll
God damn it.
initiative.
It's fucking Hermit purple.
That
I don't-
actually wasn't intentional, but that's very funny.
I don't know what that means.
It's
No.
It's his
Joseph
stand,
Joestar's
Mura. It's his stand.
Stan.
Mira's like, I'm already standing. What are you talking
Joseph Joestar has a stand and it's called Hermit Purple, okay? Everything in this world is a JoJo reference.
I think it's just the fact that JoJo's like covers such like a weirdly like wide area of
It
pop
honestly, the
culture and,
only
like,
word for it is that it is truly bizarre.
It's a bizarre adventure, isn't it?
It is.
Weird.
It is indeed.
Wow. Wow.
Right, let me roll initiative for strength in the hermit, and then we
I
can.
was
we
about
can
to be
start
like,
roleplay.
oh no, what about my God, I feel like I'm ugh.
JoJo
I
is
feel
just
like I've been so out of everything, like D&D wise. I'm like, what am
Yeah, I feel a little rusty
What's
too.
an initiative?
Yeah.
Here we go. While I'm opening up his character sheet to have a look at him. Strength! Standing at an imposing 7 feet tall, strength embodies raw power and physical dominance. Their massive frame is encased in heavy ornate plate armor that gleams with a crimson hue and intricate golden filigree. The armor is both practical and ceremonial, adorned with motifs of clenched fists and roaring lions that symbolize indomitable force. They wield a colossal greatsword, the blade marked with runes and symbols of ancient strength. The sword's edge is razor sharp and the hilt is wrapped in dark leather for a firm grip. When wielded, it seems to hum with a barely contained energy, promising devastating blows. Strength's helmet is adorned with a plume of red and gold feathers, giving them an even more regal and intimidating presence. The faceplate is sculpted to resemble a fierce, snarling visage, with piercing eyes that glow with a fiery intensity. Their movements are deliberate and measured, each step resonating with the weight of their armor and the echo of immense strength. Ha 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 ha! What's your dex, my dude? Like, -2? No, it's not.
What's his intelligence? Like -2?
It's a +1, actually.
Oh my God.
He actually has 25 in all stats. I ported him over from a previous game.
I thought you'd be okay with it.
He has a +10 Vorpal Greatsword. But in that last game, he actually, because he was so alone, did jump into lava and die. Because he was so alone.
In roleplay.
There was no one for him to fuck.
Feel sad. Tragic backstory.
Speaking of the Hermit, as I open the Hermit's stats so I can do their initiative as well. The Hermit presents a stark contrast to strength, exuding an air of ancient wisdom and enigmatic solitude. Standing at about 6 feet tall, go fuck yourselves. The Hermit is cloaked in flowing dark robes which ripple with arcane energy. The robes are deep indigo, speckled with patterns resembling distant galaxies and shifting shadows, which I could not do on Hero Forge at the time. But I bet Ethan could. Fucking Hero Forge try hard.
No one has been medicated or their medication is not kicked in. I know mine hasn't kicked in yet.
The Hermit's appearance is marked by an ethereal, almost otherworldly quality. Their staff, a gnarled and ancient piece of wood, is adorned with glowing runes and delicate silver inlays. At the top of the staff sits a small opalescent crystal that seems to pulse with a soft inner light. The staff is a symbol of their mastery over arcane forces and their deep connection to hidden knowledge. Their face is partially obscured by a hood and a mask-like visage. I just decided fuck the mask, I couldn't be asked. Giving them a mysterious and distant appearance. Their eyes, visible through the shadows of their hood, are piercing and intelligent, glowing faintly with a supernatural light. The mask, had I put one on, has intricate designs etched into it representing mysteries and secrets that they have uncovered over centuries. Their hands are slender and elegant, weaving intricate gestures. Yeah, the rest is for me to know and you to find out. Your dex is that, which puts you not at a 17. Shard is moving in slow-mo. Please, Shard, thank you very much. Yes, very good, thank you. Right. Let's all pretend that we're functioning human beings and do some D&D combat. Let me actually post, because I forgot to post in the Discord that we're actually live. Whoops. Max is going to be real mad about that one. I'm just going to copy last session's post of D&D returns. Let's Syldaris those sands.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Syldaris is
Syldarising all over everything, Warden, it's your turn.
All right. So, I think I'm
This is chaos so far already, and I'm here for it.
We just
So I come up
started.
here and I will take the dodge action
Okay.
as Warren just kind of steps forward like, here we go again.
Like Grand Theft Auto.
Cool. So everything has disadvantage to hit you then
Yes.
because of dodge. Yes. Why? Interesting. So it wasn't just my new campaign. The latest shard update has given everyone 6 levels of exhaustion.
I noticed that actually. I thought maybe
So,
I clicked it or something.
Feel
I
free to
took
put
it off.
yourselves down to 0 because 6 is obviously instant death.
I'm at 0. Interesting.
You are because I just did it on your sheet, which is how I noticed it.
Where
I
is it?
just assumed it
Right
was
at the
my new
top
campaign
bar.
that I've
Okay.
just started. All of my players just screwing around
not
with
quite
the
top bar.
totals.
There it is. Thank you.
I
Cool.
am
So
all
Warden
up.
takes dodge. Everything has disadvantage to hit him. Doing anything else bonus action?
Nothing for bonus. Let's wait.
Cool.
What was docent again? Docent wasn't.
What's your power level is a bonus action.
Oh, actually, yeah. Then I'll do that. I was thinking it was a full action like the know your enemy. Okay.
So you can scan one creature, roll a superiority die. What's your power level?
That's pretty big, I guess.
Could be bigger.
Docent.
It's over 9.
Okay. I think. Uh.
Oh my god, was that Wraith energy you were drinking?
It is Wraith Energy, delicious Wraith Energy. Go to wraithenergy.com and use code PHN for 10% off. I'm drinking today out of my special Wraith RIP Club shaker, which is a super
Really
special
does.
shaker that not everyone gets. So I'm super special.
Oh!
Okay.
You just need to have made enough purchases and then use the in-game currency to buy it. Fuck, you can learn
see.
9 things about him.
Jesus.
I want to know his mom's maiden name, his social security number, what his credit score is.
The answer to all 3 of those is 6.
Interesting. Docent. Doxes. Well, I'm hearing sirens.
They're
Aw.
me.
They're following you.
They found you,
It's
Mitch.
because I live in the north of England, that's why.
Okay.
And my window's open because it's very hot in England currently.
What's the temperature? Tell us.
Well, it's not very hot right now, but it's muggy. It's only 17, but because of all the chaos and my PC, I am sweating. There we go.
I know that's not high. I know that's not
That's
hot.
62 degrees Fahrenheit.
Are you fucking?
No, yeah.
Okay.
There we
First
go.
things first.
Shirts off, now you're
let's-
fucked.
I don't normally want to ask this because I like keeping it a surprise. What's his current hit points?
Bear with me 1 second because my camera's decided to get stupid.
It's supposed to be 32 here today. Celsius, obviously.
Damn. So you're analyzing strength or the hermit?
Strength.
His current hit points is 210.
Okay.
Too
It's
many.
doable. What is his armor class?
His current armor class is 19.
19.
It's gonna be 33 here today, Maywoods.
33?
So yeah, so
We're tied.
32
Well, it's going to be
here.
like 3,000 Celsius here today, so...
Mitch
Yeah, 'cause
is
you don't have air
like,
conditioning.
Mitch is like, it's 62 and I'm dying. Fuck.
To be fair, it's purely the chaos. I run hot, and when I get chaotic, I run even
Yeah,
hotter.
you do.
Woo!
I am very aware
send
that
you an
all of the
under the
heat
table
is being...
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mitch, also, I just
end-
realized
end
that
roleplay.
technically I just realized that technically the ruling is you can only tell me if it's equal, superior, or inferior regarding to two of the following characters. According to
I think you're reading
the,
something else.
maybe.
Because
Wait, was it
what's
know
your
your
power
enemy,
level
or-
is not know your enemy,
Oh
no.
no! Oh, I mean those mixed up again. Jeez.
Yes. So
Okay,
what's
never
your
mind
power
then.
level is literally just one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately gain mechanical knowledge of a number of attributes up to the number rolled.
Okay. Can I save the rest for later, so I can think of them later?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
I really just needed the 3 up front.
I'll allow it.
Or
Okay.
later.
So I was 3, so I have 6 left. Let me keep a tracker.
I'll be nice and say you can also split it across the two of them. So if there's any stuff you want to learn about
Oh,
the Hermit,
awesome.
you can use any of the remaining 6 on the Hermit if you want.
Yeah, what's his AC and health?
So for the Hermit, their AC is a 17, and their hit points is 120.
Okay. So I have 4 left. Got it.
But I would say Linger would probably immediately like clock on, and probably Mura as well. Not sure how much Chester necessarily would care enough to take notice of it, but very clear to the two of you, mostly because you are using it constantly as well. There is mage armor just all over the Hermit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's drinking.
All
He is
over.
all up in that mage armor. Cool. Fucking hell, is that Warden's turn?
Yes, that's will be my turn. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Chester.
Chester is going to cast Greater Invisibility on himself.
Fuck.
Apply condition, thank you. So invisible is going to action and bonus action. Or sorry, move and bonus action dash. Get about here. As he's going
Cool.
by Warden, he's just going to whisper, "Don't worry, I got your back." But
Ugh.
like from the side, more. I'm going to be over here. Oh wait, you can't see me. End of turn. End roleplay.
Shiver right down his steel spine.
Okay. Strength. What can you do, buddy? Apart from wield a colossal greatsword, its blade marked with runes and symbols of ancient strength, because I was still on the description and not the actual sheet. Strength is going to... I mean, I could. That's such a dick move, but it's quite funny.
Do it. You won't, coward.
You guys kind of watch as Strength
Oh no,
just
he's doing it.
throws the greatsword down towards the ground. It kind of sticks tip first into the ground, and he almost like takes that kind of like Dragon Ball powering up stance, like kind of like slightly bent knees, both arms up, and just and uses Fortitude on himself. And you
Why
have
does he
no
look-
idea what that's just done. As he
Mira
just-
nudges. Mira nudges Linger and is like, "It looks like he's pooping."
It does.
He
look
basically
like he's
just-
pooping.
stabs the sword into the ground, stamps real hard, and goes, "Gah!" And then picks the sword back up and rests it on his shoulder again, and just looks
Okay.
over at the Hermit. That's his action,
What is
and
strange?
that's now active for the next minute.
I think they're both a little off.
What
There's
a
something
freaky,
a little off.
freaky guy.
Yeah.
That's the point. And he's going to just advance menacingly in this direction.
Also,
Mira.
Lindsay, Oh, hi. So before my turn, Lindsay, I'm gonna double check to make sure that Jay doesn't have a thing going on that day, and then I'm gonna come see you play D&D. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it works out perfectly because the sun is up later, and I have trouble seeing at night when I drive. So
Yeah. It's a matinee show.
Yes, Lindsay gets me. Also, we have a server tag now. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Lindsay,
just
for
saw that.
implementing that. She's
Lindsay.
the best.
Yeah.
Lindsay's the greatest.
Lindsay, is that a flower that you sent me? What
It's
did you
not
send
just a
me?
flower.
It's
a Georgia.
petals.
It's a Georgia O'Keeffe flower. So like,
I don't know
Of course.
if you know. It's my
Of
under
course.
the table.
that's how I do under table pictures. Is I send Georgia O'Keeffe flowers.
I got it. Georgia O'Keeffe's flowers are vaginas.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Don't know if everybody knows their art history, but Georgia O'Keeffe's flowers are vaginas. They're petals,
can-
literally.
They're petals.
We can do gradients on an animated gradient on
yeah.
rolls. That's
We
awesome.
can. We can. You want me to poke at that? I can.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You can do if you want. How
Well,
do I
first
change my
things
tag?
first,
Because I'm
If you
currently
click on one of
coat
their tags.
from Dead Men Talking. Hero.
Close Discord and open it again would be probably the easiest. It should pop up.
You picked
dot
that, or
tag.
did they assign that?
I picked
Did
it.
it?
Cool.
Oh, I couldn't use PHN because apparently that's Pornhub.
Yeah.
So
Network, maybe?
yeah, but Hero.
Discord.
I don't know. I just because like everywhere you go, people will see this. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do this. In a minute. First things first. Wait. Oh, the music stopped. I was like, am I unavailable? Is it me?
It me. I'm having issues. When do I ever not?
It's fine. Wait, wait, hold on. Do I not have Fireball?
Oh, I can't do the
Okay.
cast one.
It's just not letting me change my tag. I'll do it later.
I know that guy has got a high con. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm going to cast Impending Ally, which is you summon a duplicate of yourself as an ally who appears in an unoccupied space you can see within range. So within 40, first I moved 20 feet. So I'm gonna put a Mura like 40 feet away from me, like perhaps right by this tree.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Quicken to spell. When I cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, I can spend 2 sorcery points. Sorry, I like to read these things out loud just in case. Let me use
This is a new one too, or at least I don't remember you casting this before. It's interesting.
the Impending Ally. Yeah, I think I might have once. I don't know how to put another Mura down though, so
I might be able to help with that. There is a new feature in Shard where I believe, yes. So, I don't know if you get the same options, but when I click on your token, I get a little toolbar, which is measure, HP, attacks, hide, or like a little eye button that's details. If you click details, there is a clone button, and I used it in my campaign where I'm a player when I cast mirror image on myself and surrounded myself with copies of me. And
That's cool.
when it's for something like mirror image, you can now highlight all of the clones and attach them to your token so that when you move, they move with you. Shard
This
with the
is-
updates have been phenomenal.
actually.
Shard doing the great things. So after I do that, from where I am, I am going to cast. I'm using the sorcery points to quicken spell to cast Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to
Cool.
use the Outer Essence Shard Chaotic. When choose one creature who takes damage from a spell, that target has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks made before the start of your next turn. I'm going to pick Strength for that. And let's, as long as he takes damage, if he doesn't, I will cry.
Let's be
And I
real.
get-
You'll cry anyway.
3 beams. Oh no, that was sad. So 26.
26 hits.
And a 14. I only needed one of
14
these
misses.
hits. Yeah, no shit.
So he's kind of like advancing in towards Warden. The first, we'll like shuffle the order of them around a tiny bit because it's fun. The first one hits him because he wasn't expecting to be hit from the side, I guess. And then like the other two come in towards him. He lifts up the sword and they just kind of absorb into the runes on the sword.
But since he took damage, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks made before the start of my next turn. Fuck you, buddy.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That is my turn.
Let me actually put his health in because that would have been helpful, wouldn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit. Just a little. Hit points. We need to add that many. Then add that so that it doesn't show him as dying. Then he's got this currently, so that's active. And you've done how much damage?
7.
Hell yeah. Fortitude was what he activated on his turn for the next minute. Yes, so as it hits him, you see this Eldritch Blast does not seem to be as effective as you had hoped. Perhaps it has something to do with what he did on his turn.
Well, that's okay. He still has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Though
so it takes-
negating or like being immune or something to force damage is interesting.
So it just kind of like pings into the side of his head.
That didn't do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do. Hey, Linger, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do.
Interesting.
Back on the movie tropes, the big bad guy is advancing towards one of your friends and you just throw something and he just...
Random bullshit, go!
Honestly.
Speaking of random bullshit, he's going to legendary action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he
Yeah.
can...
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Mm.
yeah.
If I click on him, and that's measure, can I drop a radius? Yes.
Oh, we have measure.
But those
now.
are specific. No. I don't want one of those ones. I want 20 feet, not... It's going up in increments of 30 and I need 20. How could you do me like that, Shard? Ah! Accidentally opened up the
Cannot
map
move it.
settings.
Interesting.
It's not letting me drop a thing. Ah, add shape.
Oh,
White 20-foot sphere. That's enough. So... Oh my god, what is going on with my internet today? I'm literally moving around this map in stop motion.
What's your FPS like?
It's a solid 3. Right. Cool. So he saw someone go invisible, doesn't know where they might be, he's taking a chance, everyone within 20 feet of him has to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
So it looks like
Just
I'm not.
awarded?
Yes.
Wow, that
He doesn't know
I
how
got
close
lucky there.
Chester is.
14.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Easy.
With a 14, you are frightened for 1 minute. A frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns with disadvantage if strength is within their line of sight.
Hmm. Don't I have...
A frightened thing?
Yeah, I think I have Indomitable too, if that's...
Probably.
Where is it?
What level are we? We're like 11? Indomitable's level 10, I think.
Yeah.
We are
And
level
I'm
11.
fairly certain you've used it before, so I'm
Yeah.
99% sure you have Indomitable.
I don't see it on my anything.
You should.
Yeah. What would it be under? Might just be me not remembering how the shard layout works.
Possibly. It would be
Would
under
be under-
features, and then fighter.
Yeah.
It's not
Let's
showing.
go.
Is it level 12? Are we both wrong? But I'm certain you've used it.
I'm gonna give that a go. I'm pretty sure it's level like 9 or 10, right?
I thought it was
Uh,
10.
I thought it was 10 too. Beginning at 9th level.
Oh, it's 9th level. And it's one use, isn't it? Or
Yes.
is it
Do it.
efficiency?
Do it, bitch.
Okay. Let me find Indomitable on the rules real quick, just to make sure I'm doing it right.
Beginning at 9th level, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. I don't understand where it's gone from your sheet.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
bizarre.
Alright, let me re-roll that then.
What is
If you
it,
do so,
sharks?
you
Just-
must use the new roll. Can't use this feature
Okay.
again until you finish a long rest.
12.
No!
Even worse.
Do you have any inspiration?
I do have inspiration.
I'd
Do
allow you to
it!
use one on an indomitable roll.
It's getting worse, bitch.
Wow.
It keeps going down.
Yeah.
This seems unfair.
God damn. I mean,
This
you
year
have the chance to
started-
re-roll at the end of your turn anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
And if you, like, turn your back on him, then he's not in your line of sight.
Ugh. Just
Um,
hit him from behind. From your behind.
Speaking of hitting them from nearby, it's Linger's turn.
Oh yay, it's me.
Linger's gonna pull this man's skeleton out of his body.
I'm
Potentially.
gonna try to
Dude.
whip my hair back and forth, and then take the staff that's all bedazzled and ribbon, and spin it around and slam it into the ground. And what's a fun color? We're gonna say it's like a buttery yellow.
Ooh,
gonna
very on
zig-
trend.
Zigzag across the ground to this little tree over here. And from there, a big circle is going to bloom out across the ground in more of these buttery yellow runes and sigils. And we're going to cast Circle of Migraine instead of Death. And we're going to make it an intelligence save for psychic damage.
I forgot one of those all the time. It's just like somewhere in my house. moves.
Okay. The Circle of Migraine, yeah. The Hermit is going to try and counterspell this. Doesn't know what you're casting, so I'm just going to go for, and I'm not looking at your character sheet because I don't want to metagame this because I love the description and I want it to work. I'm going to go for a 4th level counterspell. Is that
Okay,
even
well, it's
high
a
enough?
It's a 6th level spell, Circle of Death.
Fine. So I have to roll for it, don't I, or does it just not work?
If you're using old rolls, it just doesn't work. And then
Cool.
I think, wait,
No, I
don't
think you have to roll for
you
it.
do have to roll for it.
Oh, I do have to roll.
Yeah.
For it. Cool. And its DC is like, is it 10
Well,
plus
let's
spell
check.
level?
Jesus Christ, I don't play this game anymore. Hang on. You attempt.
It's been so long since I've counterspelled anything because I'm a nice guy.
Okay, yeah. If it's casting a 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So it'll be a DC 16.
I'm.
Cool.
Pretty good.
No, wait, Linger, your DC is way higher than that. Your DC is like 20.
Well, it's the
but
DC
this
of
The
the
spell level.
spell.
Oh. Did you. Should do if I want to counterspell your counterspell, do I have to do it before you say whether you succeed or not?
Ideally, and I'm just about to roll, so
Lindsay, should I counterspell his counterspell? I only have 3rd level spells.
I mean, you mostly snipe with your cantrip, so if we go more than 3 rounds, you might hurt a little bit, but
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. You want me to? Do you want me to? Wait.
yeah, I think you'll be fine to do it.
Okay, I counterspell the counterspell.
Okay.
I only have 3rd level spells, though.
Fine, so you'll have to beat a 14 because I'm casting it at 4th level.
Okay, I just roll what do I roll? I don't know.
D20
You're
plus your
gonna
spellcasting mod, so your charisma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically just a charisma check.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Should
Okay,
be.
I'll just do it. Charisma.
Unless you
The
roll
odds are in
really
your favor.
bad.
I'll just do charisma.
So I
This is
rolled an
24.
Yeah, you do.
I had rolled an 18 to counterspell. So if you had failed, then he would have successfully counterspelled Linger. Okay. Cool. So a bunch of fun shit happens.
Let me move this to where I need it.
Oh my god.
That's how,
Here.
what? What? That is huge.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here going. Okay, here, no, here, no, here, no. Okay, I had to very carefully.
How do you do this?
Fuck.
Like she
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be a DC 21 intelligence save for both of these because one of her
girl
new,
fucking power. Oh,
So
one of her gifts from Mitch is she can change which kind of
yes.
save.
all of like Linger's fun spell effects are going on. You see the hermit kind of like starts to narrow their eyes under the hood, raises their staff. You see the gem starts to glow on top. Mura in the background notices this as well, prepares her own counterspell. What does Mura's counterspell look like?
like water dousing a fire. 1,000%.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So the hermit is just like, it looks like there's going to be just like a flash of light and your spell is done. The tip of the like crystal on the staff starts to glow and water just pours on the hermit.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking more like a splash, but like, yeah, no, I think a bucket like flash dance style would be ideal, honestly.
Absolutely.
The maniac.
So, Mira,
Ow.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll a wild magic surge?
Don't
Which
tempt
will-
me to play a wild magic sorcerer in Strahd.
So-
I'm already committed to playing a paladin.
The way my counterspell rule works is it's basically like the wild magic surge triggers on the first counterspell. So the person whose counterspell is being counterspelled gets a wild magic surge. If that makes sense. Basically, it's centered on the hermit, not on Mira.
Okay, great. Great.
'Cause it's like-
okay, yes.
The magic that they have been building up to counterspell someone else has just now been like shattered in their face, basically. It's like they're holding a
Alright.
Molotov cocktail and you have blown up the bottle while it's in their hand and they are now being showered by fire.
Is this a D100?
It is indeed a D100. And then we go all the way back to the fucking
money,
circle of
31?
death. 31. Fucking circle
money.
of death, man, really?
Big
Whoa.
money. I'm sorry, circle of migraine. What did I get?
circle
What
of
did I get?
migraine. With a 31, the hermit vanishes.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Like out of this plane?
Who knows? You don't.
It'll be a surprise.
Mira looks to Linger and is like, I'm really sorry.
You did it, Mira. He's gone.
To be fair, you did a good thing regardless, because it was going to counterspell Linger's Circle of Death. So Strength has to make an intelligence saving throw, yes?
Yes.
Hey, you know, we win some, we lose some.
Does the... So that's a nat 1 for a start. Does the Circle of Death persist, and will the Hermit trigger it when they reappear? Or is it a one-turn thing?
It's a one turn. So it's up to you. I guess if the order of operations is the spell doesn't go off until after the counter spell is complete, then he wouldn't get hit. But if it goes off, I don't know, up to you. But yeah, it's just a one action, instantaneous spell.
Okay. The way I picture it because it's like the counterspell happens during the casting of the spell to try and interrupt it. He's been counterspelled basically as Linger is finishing the spell. What Mura has done is allow Linger to finish the spell. So the surge goes off, Circle of Death appears, Circle of Migraine. Strength dramatically fails with a nat 1. And then the Hermit reappears at the end of the Hermit's next turn, so unfortunately won't get Circle of Death.
All right, well, that's okay. That's 21 points of psychic damage to strength then.
That's gonna do full damage.
I appreciate the logic even when it comes to magic like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that's how it would go, but since we were just having to.
So, the both of you, having damaged strength now, very clearly like damaging them, but it's like it's always hard to describe temporary HP in game, but it's like you are damaging them, but they're not like hurt yet. Like they have something that is absorbing the damage before you can hurt them, I guess. Like a magic barrier almost. But at least you're chunking through the temp HP, huh? And it takes him 3 legendary actions to do that, so he's not going to do that. Oh, sorry, that was his action to do the fortitude. The one that the fear thing was 3 legendary actions, so he can't legendary action, and the Hermit isn't on this plane of existence and can't legendary action either. Is that Linger's turn?
Well, now we need to like tackle the Hermit because he's figured out how to punch through the barrier. We need to.
That was
Tell
a
me
wild
I
search.
Tell me I sent him to the Feywild or some shit, and that he's just there with like my fucking Fey friends.
So unfortunately, with a 31, you are transported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn, after which time you return to the space you previously occupied, or the nearest unoccupied space, if it's occupied. So he's just in the astral plane.
All confused. Let me just double check that that's all I'm doing. I'm pretty sure it is. Actions. I feel like I have some bonus action fun times, but I can never.
Is Circle of Death only 8d6? 21 is kind of sad from 8d6.
Good enough.
Yeah, but I use the staff, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
I'm not hurting. It doesn't bother me that if I had used a 6th level spell slot, I would have been a little disappointed.
I would
but
have
not
been
mad.
sad. Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, I think she's gonna move a little bit over this way. And she's gonna take
Oh my god,
her
I'm
babies
really
with her.
feeling it. Like,
Just a little here. Okay.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
what?
If I do that, that's so fucking funny. I might just.
Oh no.
All right. That will be the end of my turn.
Cool.
You're not allowed to be funny, Mitch. I just want you to know.
Yes, I
When
am.
I
It's
run a
my
game, it
right.
can be funny. When I'm
It's your
running a game, it
birthright.
can be funny.
It's your birthright,
It's-
Mitch.
It's my right as a British citizen, because we don't got much else.
Hey, funny looking.
So the Hermit, on another plane of existence, thank you,
Got him.
is gonna cast a spell on themselves. And that ends the Hermit's turn, but strangely, they don't reappear. Oh, well, wait, no, they don't reappear. Fuck. Go back to where you came from. Weird. Wonder what happened there. That's cool. It's Warden's turn.
I did it.
It's wardening time.
Woohoo!
And he's just gonna warden all over the place.
He is
Okay.
just absolutely going to go to town. Wardening all over
So-
himself. All over Mura a little bit.
No. Oh.
Chester gets him too. Okay. So frightened, can't move forward. So I instead will shoot him.
Oh no, I can't move closer. Pulls out rifle.
All right, buddy,
And I
your
believe
choice.
you have disadvantage, right? While you can see him while you're frightened.
Yeah,
From memory.
I think so let me go back up to frightened.
I could be wrong. I often am. But I won't tell anyone.
Can't find the frightened thing.
Hold on. Add condition. Pick. Frightened.
Oh yeah.
Disadvantage
attack
on
rolls,
ability
okay.
checks and attack rolls while
Yeah,
the source
attack
of fear is
rolls.
within line of sight.
Okay. So let me roll disadvantage. Still an 18.
19
Which-
just hits.
No, 18.
Oh, 18. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I guess would have hit after I was AC was 19. Yeah.
Yells. So you fire the ether rifle towards him, and he just like slashes the energy bolt in half like a cool anime character, because that's all he is, I guess. On the bright side, you can repeat your saving throw against the fear at the end of your turn, with disadvantage if you can still see him.
Well, it's still have the second attack, so I'm gonna do that first.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I forget Warden can just continue to...
I mean, he just
Kill.
keeps going. Nah, it's not gonna go. I'm just gonna roll anyway, because
I'll be right back.
it would be rude if I didn't roll a disadvantage.
Fair.
Okay. In that case, come on, Warden. 13.
13 isn't gonna do it.
Blowing inspiration.
Okay.
Surely 18.
18 just does it.
Okay.
Just.
Most people.
Sorry, I was looking
most-
at the Hermit and was like, that's strangely high for an ability DC, because I was looking at his spell save DC instead of strength's ability.
See, most people quit blowing like their ACs on silly checks like this right before they're about to hit big. Right before they're about to break frightened condition.
Cool. You're no longer frightened. That's the end of your turn. Strength doesn't have any legendary actions. However, Strength isn't the only one here with legendary actions.
Yeah.
The Hermit is going to Mystic Ward.
The hell does that mean?
Wouldn't you like to know,
know.
Weather Boy?
Yeah, I would like to actually. Please and thank.
Chester, your turn.
Chester going to. Well, he was headed towards the Hermit, I will freely admit, but he has disappeared and then disappeared, so not going to do that. He's going to get within 10 feet of strength, though, which is just 5 feet of movement from the looks of it.
You activated Strength's trap card.
And then
No, I'm just kidding.
try to stab him with the Emperor's Dagger,
Ooh.
which he has advantage, so I'm going to hunt for that crit. That's the opposite. 26 to hit.
Yeah, 26 hits.
Dealing 21 damage.
Hell yeah. He doesn't take full damage, though. Annoying.
Yeah. That does seem to be the case. And he's going to sort of whisper in his ear, they say you're strong, but you look like a weak little idiot. So he's going to use one of his unsettling words.
Just a little haha.
So his next throw, his next save is minus a d8. Oh, I didn't know I was going to roll it. Minus 8. Nice. So whatever his next save is minus 8. And then he's going to use 25. Yeah, I'll just use 20 to back up.
Cool.
And that'll be me.
Andy has
Cool,
disadvantage.
cool.
Well, and the strength has disadvantage. I forgot. On all the stuff.
Disadvantage and minus a d8. Oof.
Yeah. On attack
Ooh, this
rolls
guy.
and saving throws, disadvantage till my next turn.
Did I
Cool.
put that? Oh, okay.
It is Strength's turn. and he a little pissed.
Don't fuck with us, bitch.
I will fuck with you. He is going to.
Sorry.
He's going to step forwards and engage Warden with his great sword of might.
Oh.
Whoa.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, he has disadvantage to hit. He's gonna swing. Oh my god, that first one. Oh, the 2 dice that are in front of me because of that disadvantage are a nat 20 and a 3.
Oh.
Yeah, bitch.
So the
Now
first
what?
one misses
Yeah, bitch.
as he
Now
swings
what?
the great sword at Warden. You kind of like sling the rifle back over your shoulder, bring your own sword up and block. Because it's quite a bad idea to block a sword this big with an ether rifle. It might explode. That one, oh my god, I rolled the same on both dice. So that will be a 29 to hit with disadvantage, minus a d8, right? So I need to subtract.
No, that's
potentially.
That's on. Save. I think it's only saves.
Oh, it's on saves.
6 feet. Yeah, saves.
Sorry, Warden.
Does
I
a
can only
29
do so
hit
much.
Warden?
Does a what hit, Warden?
29.
It does. Yes, is the answer.
Well, no, but actually, yes.
Actually, today he's not feeling like it, so no.
I'm calling my lawyer to read that over real quick. They'll look
So you're
over.
gonna take.
Oh god, Mitch is a lawyer. Fuck.
Oh god.
Haha, the worst kind. I'm not gonna
What
finish
do
that
you mean,
joke.
the worst
I'm
kind
not gonna
of
finish that
lawyer?
joke. We will get in trouble if I finish that joke.
Real
I know what
estate?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
take 14 points of slashing damage and need to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. Let me do that real quick. 14. Okay, good save throw I'm good at. Fuck, 7. 15 overall.
As he swings this enormous great sword around at you, swings down. As it's coming down, he... First, I will kill you. Then I'll find the invisible one and wring his neck. As the sword just thunders into you. Because at this point, he's aware you're probably invisible. He's just been stabbed, like, in the kidney, and he can't see you. You're either invisible or really fucking small.
Or maybe he has a
Does.
kidney stone. God, like think critically. Jesus.
I've been having gallbladder problems for a week, and that's where you stabbed me.
Does the hermit gasp in offense for just a second, thinking he means him, and then it's like, oh, the other invisible guy.
The other little.
So if Warden's prone, that means the next attack has advantage, which cancels out
But-
the disadvantage.
So it's just regular.
Yes.
So it's a regular roll.
It's
Regular roll.
Thank you, Lindsay.
You're welcome.
That's where I was going with that. 14 to hit.
I'm here for you.
No. Don't gotta look at that.
As Warden just rolls to the side, the greatsword slams into the ground next to him. There's like a crater. And he just glares down at you and like tries to stomp on you a bit. Because
Oh.
he's
It's
mean
like
like
Darth
that.
Vader hitting Obi-Wan's robes at the end of. Not at the end, but the middle. What I think is the end.
Well, Steph, spoilers. What if someone hasn't seen it yet?
If you haven't, it's my favorite part in the entire Star Wars series when Darth Vader looks at Obi-Wan Kenobi's robes and is like, what the fuck? And just stomps on them. It's the highest level of camp.
My favorite part in all Star Wars is when Darth Maul is riding in the desert on his speeder. He just sees a random child. He doesn't know it's Anakin.
I'm
He's
gonna
just
kill
like,
this kid.
I'm gonna run over that kid. He's like, I'm going for the Jedi. This random
That's
kid,
how you
fuck him.
introduce a villain.
Yeah.
The Hermit, most importantly, is going to do something real funny.
Run over a
After
kid?
having
Like-
already done multiple funny things, he is in fact going to run over a small child. How did you guess?
Oh my god.
Mira's on the field.
That small child being Mura, yeah.
There's two of me, so you gotta pick which one you want to run over.
Oh yeah, that's true. So how does impending ally work?
That's the fun thing. It does. You summon a duplicate of yourself as an ally who appears in an unoccupied space. You control this ally, whose turn comes immediately after yours. Oh, I could have let her do magic after me. Damn.
We live and learn.
When you are the ally, use a class feature, spell slot, or other expendable resource, it's considered expended by both of you. When the spell ends, the spell ends when you're killed or the ally disappears. You don't know which one is which. You just have to figure it out. They don't have telltale signs. They're probably talking to each other about bath bombs, though. Honestly, they're just kind of fucking hilarious.
As a legendary action, the Hermit's gonna arcane burst and 5th level magic missile.
No, Grody.
So wait, how
Damn,
many
you're the
darts is that?
Do
So
you have
it's
shield?
3 at 1st level,
You have
2nd,
shield, I'm pretty
3rd,
sure.
4th, 5th. So
I
it's
didn't
7
know.
darts, I believe.
Wait,
3rd.
but I used my reaction to cast counterspell.
You haven't come
Oh, yeah.
around yet.
I hate
But
this part of
my-
magic missile. So
Hold on.
1st level
Who
is
are you
3,
firing at?
Oh.
2nd level, 3rd level.
Oh, I can
5th level.
return the favor.
Oh, well, you don't have to. If he fires it at my clone, then my clone can use shield because my clone hasn't had her reaction.
There's 7 darts, and I was gonna split them between the two of you because the
All right,
Hermit would.
I'll shoot a cast counters.
Counter spell. I'll do
Okay.
fourth level.
Well, that's
Cool.
so nice of you. Thanks.
You will have to roll for it, but Linga does have a
Yeah.
pretty good intelligence. She got a big brain. So many wrinkles.
The biggest brain.
Let me scroll up.
So
She
wrinkled.
got, she got all the wrinkles that Mira doesn't.
Yeah, Mira's
oh
is
no,
like a
I got
pebble.
it too. Can I use
Linga's
is like a
inspiration to try
Sharpay.
again?
You absolutely can.
All right, let's see.
Lingo, my best friend, has the biggest brain.
Oh my god, it's not meant to be.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's just not meant to
But
be.
you get one back with the nat 1.
Yeah.
But also, I guess this kind of makes sense because the Hermit had cast greater invisibility on themselves, so you can't really see them casting the spell,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
kind of tracks.
Yeah, it's just like a buzz in the air, and she's like, a spell. Ah.
So it's like the counterspell probably does work, but you fired it in like the general direction, and it's just missed.
Well, it's just that
like-
she didn't have enough data to like
Yeah.
which part to interrupt. She's just like, oh,
There was
Numbers
a-
weren't numbering.
There was an
Yeah.
environmental wild surge that was about to go off that Linger's just countered the fuck out of.
there we go.
There's like a half-formed unicorn that just vanishes. So 7 magic missiles. We'll do.
Clone Mira uses shield.
Okay.
So,
So 4
Or
of them were
Clone Mira.
going towards the clone.
she's
3
good,
of them.
bitch.
Are towards Mira. So Mira is going to take
Just a
3d4.
regular missile, bitch.
3d4 plus 3. 4, 7, 10. 10 force damage.
I'll take it. Actually, I'm immune to force damage because of bath bombs. I'm joking.
But yeah, just kind of like out of nowhere, you see these like crackling purple bolts of energy just fire through. Clone Mura throws up a magic shield. Regular Mura's like, oh yeah, I can do that too, and can't because she's already used her reaction and just gets hit by the magic missiles.
Yeah,
But she tried, and that's what's
Ow.
important.
that is what's important.
And crucially, it is Mura's turn.
Oh my gosh. So
As you both now get your reaction back, I guess. Because the clone takes turn right after you, no?
yes, correct, Mundo.
So?
Well, Mira not happy, but Mira can't see invisible person.
Could we see where the
Missiles came
mad
from?
missiles originated from?
Probably not really in the heat of battle with everyone focusing on strength at the moment because the Hermit's invisible.
There.
Mm. Do I have to touch you to do this? You're very far. Oh,
Always think it would be really funny to have it as like a thing where invisible creatures can see other invisible creatures, and then you just have like the Spider-Man meme moment where
That
all the
would be
invisible creatures are pointing at each other and no one else can see them.
so
But I don't know if I ever want to do that.
how many times can I use this? It doesn't. You can use this. It says that I can use my outer essence shard. It doesn't have like a number of times. It just says that when I use meta magic.
Then yeah, it's just as long as you have meta magic.
Yeah.
Or sorcery points, I guess.
Okay. Just
That's your
curious. That is my limit.
Do remember there's like so many ley lines around here right now.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I wasn't going to use meta magic anyway, so thank you for reminding me. I'm going to Eldritch Blast this motherfucker, and I'm going to use ley lines. I'm going to tap them. I'm going to...
Tap it.
Tap it.
That's why Mira's spell list looked uncharacteristically scary. I was looking at lingers.
Oh,
I was like, when the
not...
fuck did Steph take that?
No, I didn't. I have very nice spells. I don't know. They're like okay. Where is my I don't see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you
And don't
also
forget, you
share
guys
the
have
load
special
now.
presents.
I do.
Got your AoE bomb. Warden has an extra D6 of radiant, something he can do. Maybe it would
Very
be smart for an
smart.
hour. Yeah.
I have an AoE bomb. Wait.
Yeah, you can turn one of your Eldritch blasts into an Eldritch bomb that has a 15-foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mitch, I don't see
It's under
This-
hero abilities. It's kind of hard to get to, but it's fine. This
I
will
see
be a
share the
Titanic
lo-
ley line because there's so yeah. Keep scrolling down past share the load.
There's nothing to scroll past there on mine.
Yeah, there is. It's in another section. It's under heroic feat, and then that's underneath share the load. No, I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it.
Because if you carry on scrolling further past that, you get to like your equipment list, right?
Well, I got hero abilities, then exhaustion level, attunement items, equipment.
So if you
creature
press the plus
companion.
button next to hero abilities,
There's no plus. Only for me, I
Weird.
only see protection of the Fae and share the load.
you should see heroic feat leyline tapper.
I wish I
Maybe try
knew.
refreshing shard.
So
I will
something.
see if I can copy and paste it into mid-session chat.
This is what it looks like for me. I am crazy for once.
This just isn't the reason why.
Yeah.
It's still not there, yeah.
That's genuinely bizarre. Okay, mid-session chat, paste.
Thank you.
Oh no, it's sent it as... Oh, there we go, you can still
That's
expand.
fine. Cool, this is a Titanic ley line, so this is what I need to do. See, I'm not crazy. I knew that I wasn't gonna have this, or I didn't have it immediately, so I'm tapping the ley line. Do I need to roll the ley line before I cast the spell or after?
Before.
Okay. DC, so the DC is probably just 10 because I'm casting a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking through your sheet to see if I can figure out what's happened, which is why I'm a bit
You're fine.
distracted.
How dare.
I know. Yeah, it's showing there as your feet. Right there below your knees.
I'm gonna use an inspiration to reroll that, if I can.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There, that's much better. 19. It's showing as my feet.
Yeah, so
I don't
I've put
have-
it back in now. So it should.
I'll refresh
Maybe.
once more.
I replaced feet with same feet.
I've refreshed, so let's see what happened. Oh wow, it'd take forever to load. Okay. Features. Heart of the Storm, Warlock, Hexblood is still okay. It's not there. It's fine.
That's bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
So it's a D10 for a Titanic ley line.
Yeah,
easy
so
effect.
I rolled a 19. Oh, I rolled a D10. Sorry.
Yep.
Nice. Let's roll 2 Titanic ley lines.
Creature damaged by your spell is pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. Its speed is reduced to 0 until it makes a successful Constitution saving throw at the start of its turn.
Okay, so get fucked by 3 Eldritch Blasts. Please. No. Fuck. 23?
Hits.
Great. 27.
Hits.
Okay. What the fuck? That's fine. Okay, get absolutely wrecked, idiot.
So he's gonna take 3 from the first one. And then 4 from the second one, and that's his temp HP done.
Ooh, jeez. He still has 200? Oh my god.
Warden better work it.
Yeah.
And
I need a
The
crit.
scary thing
I'm
is,
giving all
Warden
she's got,
can.
Captain.
There's literally been times before where Warden has taken someone out with 200 HP in like 2 turns.
Whoops.
Hey, Mitch.
And that's the only reason the pair of them have so much HP is because Warden can. And linger, for that
Yeah.
matter.
I finally done it. I made a character the DM
Hey, Steph.
fears.
Here's the question. If my impending ally can use my abilities, spell slots, expendable features, or class, whatever, blah, 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 all the things, could my ally cast a concentration spell?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I
Okay,
cast
if-
impending ally and you can have a third one?
Oh my god, that would be so great. Oh, I can't see Chester.
Honestly, don't see a reason why it wouldn't, other than the fact that you now have 3 people burning through your resources, because they don't all get a copy of your resources, right? They burn through yours.
Yeah, they burn through mine.
So, like, it would be still very, very funny to have 3 Muras just absolutely burning through all your shit.
All right, I'm moving here, which was 22 feet, 21 foot. And God, I can't see Chester, and I'm not close enough to the other me to do this. But I'm gonna cast haste on Warden,
Cool.
since he is absolutely
Having a good time.
having a good time. And then I'm gonna, oh man, actually, hold on. Oh, I can't see. If I got here, could I just hold with me for a second. I'm gonna walk there. I'm gonna Misty Step here.
Yep.
as my bonus action, and then I'm going to cast haste on Linger and Warden.
Oh goodness.
Can you? Because they're 2-leveled spells.
Well, Misty Step is a bonus action, so I thought you said I could do bonus action leveled spell but if not, that's okay. Then I won't do that, and I'll just go back to where I was and cast haste on Warden.
I thought we did it with quickened spell, not with just general.
Quicken spell turns action spelled into bonus actions. So I thought we were playing by no, it's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm good. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay.
The only reason I'm saying no is
No.
just because I generally don't say yes to that,
No,
and
that,
I'm often quite firm on it.
no, that's okay.
Outside of quicken spell, obviously.
I have DMs with they play by the Baldur's Gates rules where you can cast a bonus action leveled spell and a regular leveled spell, so the confusion is on you're the DM, it's your rules, I am okay. Like, the confusion is mine. I will move there and cast haste on Warden. That's
well, actually,
fine.
you argued an incorrect rule, so you do now have to leave the game forever.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh my god.
That's not fair.
I like how I didn't really argue. I was just like, oh, I thought that we did this, and you're like, no, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Mitch
You're like, yeah,
is a firm leader. He's
Yeah.
Look, it's the
It's a
constant
fine-
bong ripping, it's the loud coughing in the background all the time,
It's the toasting of beagles.
the toasting of beagles, the just constantly speaking over other players and ruining their moments.
It's jumping in the middle of, well, okay, hold on. Can I just say something? Looking directly at the camera, if I ever do jump into your moment and ruin it, please feel free to say something to me. Sometimes I forget that I do not have to be haha funny all the time, and I can be a ruiner, so.
Tear
If I
in
ever-
the moment right now.
So how about this turn? Where are we at on
So yeah,
this?
so I cast haste, and then I use quicken. No, I'm joking. I just cast haste. Well. No, I just cast haste. I'm not gonna suck up all my resources immediately. Yeah,
So Warden's
that's gonna...
hasted.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh well, I would have had to use twin spell anyway, so I can only. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Yeah. Thanks. That's my turn. That's my ally's turn. Yeah, that's it. It's hot in here. It's a cool
For some
62
reason I've-
in my.
Still not added haste as a condition for people. Whoops.
Mm.
Apply to Warden. Boom.
Woohoo!
Oh, it has done it for you. There you go. It's done it based off the
Nice.
spell. That's why I haven't added it as a separate condition. Okay. That's Mira's turn. Linger.
Okay. Linger is going to, remembering a past battle and how annoying it was, she's going to go on the opposite side of this crystal here to just get a little bit more room from the battle, and is going to open her book. Rip's going to jump up, flip a few pages, and she's going to start reciting some words. And above everyone in the sky, there's suddenly a moon kind of in the middle of an eclipse moment. And she's casting By the Light of the Watchful Moon. And you can do a charisma saving throw to resist the effects. But it's basically the whole field, and it's only enemies, and any enemy that fails the saving throw basically gets a lunar spotlight, even if they're invisible.
Ah. Ha ha.
Very cool.
Okay, so charisma saving throw from both of them then.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, this is what you get for correcting me on that. No.
That's a 16 from the Hermit,
So now there's a lunar spotlight on the Hermit.
and
And it's
strength has to subtract a d8, right?
Yeah.
So that's 15 total, and then minus a d8, just because it's funny.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
So he also has a
It
lunar
was actually
spotlight.
supposed to be an 8. It rolled it for me.
Oh, it was supposed to be an 8. Even better then. He rolled a
Yeah.
6.
And if there happens to be any other baddies we aren't aware of, they have to do the same thing.
Fuck. Luckily, there are not. But the Hermit,
Okay.
I guess, if they're now spotlit, I might as
Yeah,
well.
so like
just-
they're still invisible, but there's like a big circle
Yeah.
of light exactly where they are. Which
So
is
I
kind of
might as
splitting
well
hairs
just
on
show
the
the
description.
token. Yeah.
It's really funny because it's like it won't show you the invisible person, but it does show the 5-foot area that they're in. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
That's
it's
the same thing.
literally it's like fairy fire, where it's like, well, it doesn't show them, but there's an outline around them.
God.
I'm like, let's that's where they're at.
You know, we all
Also-
have a DM, or we've all played with a DM that would be like, oh, like actually,
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't
continue.
show them.
continue.
I mean, I-
DMs. Sorry.
I mean, I get it for the point of like a creature you can see type spells. It's saying you can't see them, but anyway,
Yeah.
you know, this. Let's be honest. This is for Warden and for Chester, who can do stabby things. So,
We appreciate you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's me. That's all I got for you. No damage this round, just pretty lights from the sky.
Well, seeing this and now knowing that they are outlined, I guess they'll drop greater invisibility because they were entirely using it to hide from people, not necessarily for the mechanical effects. So, like, not a huge amount of point right now, and they can always cast it again if they need to, so they'll drop the invisibility. But it was still fantastic for pulling them out of it.
Yeah, and it's concentration, so it's just gonna stay up for up to a minute.
Uh-huh.
So unless she drops
Uh-huh.
it, they still have the. Let me see if it has any other benefits to it. You keep going. I'm gonna read.
Uh-huh. What's the range on that there, buddy?
90 feet.
Sorry, I was talking to myself.
Oh, I was like, that's why I was like, it's basically the whole
Yeah.
area.
Let's just double check that real quick. 60 feet.
Yeah.
The Hermit is going to take a step to the side. And just slowly raises the staff to point at Warden
Oh,
as the music starts to do whatever the fuck it's doing right now. You see this like sickly green energy starts to gather at the tip of the staff, and a thin green ray of energy beams forth towards Warden.
Does
Would
it?
anyone like to counterspell?
Would you
This
want to take this
thin
one, or you
green
want me
ray?
to take it?
I kind of moved Linger where she couldn't be seen while she was casting that to avoid a counter spell, so I don't think she can see out there.
I counterspell.
Okay, what level are you counterspelling at?
I only have 3rd level spells, so I'm counterless.
This is Disintegrate. You will need to beat a 16.
oh,
Woo!
Hey, Mitch. When I got an inspiration when I rolled the 1 on my Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. It's my so I basically do a charisma roll, right? Because this is 20
Yes.
plus my. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that with my inspiration. My ally can't. So I can't do that.
I mean- You could. Even still, Warden gets the opportunity to make the dex save. Although he's still prone, right? From strength's term.
yes.
I try to do it again with my ally.
Okay.
Prone give him disadvantage because it's a ranged
That's
attack?
what I'm just. Oh.
Hold on, Emma.
Well, no,
I'm
because
gonna-
it's not a roll to hit. It's a
Oh,
dexterity
yeah.
saving throw on your end.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again then.
Prone, you don't have disadvantage on the dexterity saving throw. You're good. That's what I was double checking. Was prone versus I think it's restrained gives you the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Or auto fail, whichever one it was.
I'm
So
still
if the
gonna try
ally's trying to
again.
counterspell, you can. It's your spell slots. Okay.
Okay, I'm
Warden?
sorry.
Dexterity saving throw. You have a
That's right.
bonus to those, right, from haste?
You are hasted.
Is it advantage or is it a static bonus?
I'm pretty sure it's advantage.
Details of haste is blank. I have a feeling it's advantage and it's +2 to AC, right?
Yeah.
Advantage dex save. Yep.
Advantage
And
from dex
dexterity
saves. There you
saving
go. So
throws.
you have advantage. So this could
Here
still
goes
go
nothing.
well.
2 1s. Here we go. No.
A
Nice.
19. And a nat 20.
Not 20. Hey.
Yeah.
What is their spell save? Yeah, you have to beat an 18. You've done it.
Yay!
So
Still in it.
you will. That's what I always have to double check with disintegrate. You take no damage, I'm pretty sure, on a
I don't
success,
think
because
so.
it says on a failed save you take damage. It doesn't say on a success you take half. It just says on a failed save you take damage, and therefore, I guess if not, you take nothing. So Warden, you just roll out the way again, still on the floor at the last second, and just like a trench disintegrates right along where Warden was as this ray just blasts through the ground.
Just like one regular eye and like the docent red eye pops out of his helmet. Good heavens.
Good heavens.
Your turn as well, which is nice.
Well, top of the round, you all feel this like all the air rushing in towards the crystal. It kind of pulses back out again. You feel this intense presence nearby. Who wants to roll for a wild magic surge
Not
for
it.
the crystal?
I'll do it.
Crystal surge.
45.
45.
45.
Everyone starts to levitate. You
Amazing.
now all have levitate cast on yourselves for the next round. As you start to kind of drift up from the ground, it's the feeling of kind of like all the air being sucked towards the crystal is that same kind of like wrenching feeling that happens when you teleport the tower, and there is a as all of a sudden trees explode out from the ground. Your tower appears just off to the side here. If I ping it on the map, we'll drop a token if I can. We'll just do a little map object, name, tower. And we'll
How?
do that big. Okay. We'll just put it here, just so it's a nice, easy visual for you. As you see, the tower appears in the tree line. And more things will happen on their turns. Warden, it is your turn. You can use half your movement to stand up if you want. You can stab him from the floor, I guess, but you'll have.
And you're
disadvantage, I
hasted.
think.
And
Yes,
he's
you're
prone.
Hasted, fucking hell.
He's prone, remember?
I would like to stand up, please, and thank you.
With the haste, it's just like a full kip up in full plate armor. Everyone's like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
Time to fuck him up.
yep. Time to do what I do best, baby.
Just realized Frank hasn't used a
Nice.
legendary action this round. Whoops.
It is a 19 to hit.
19 just hits? Let me... Yes.
Haste doesn't.
Yes. 19 just hits.
Yeah, baby. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. First hit, 14.
Plus, isn't it a
Come
d6
on.
for the Syldaris boon?
Oh, I don't actually know. I think I missed the Syldaris boon last session.
Yeah, remember he was in-
Oh yeah, you get once per turn you can add a
once per
d6 of radiant damage to your sword. It gets like a cool Tron outline and like has like tracers when you swing it. It's really neat.
Can we repost the boon somewhere? So
Hey, it's just like Tron! Shouts Strength as the sword swings in towards him.
Yeah, it does.
I love Daft Punk.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 19 damage. Now that the temp HP is gone, he needs... So he's going to take half from this one, and then has to roll to see if the resistance stays. Which it does not.
yeah, go fuck yourself. Pew!
So the resistance... So he takes half damage from this attack, but the resistance is now down.
Alright.
So he
Second
takes
attack.
9... Yes.
Second attack. It's a 24.
Hits. You see the like weird shimmering field of magic around him just vanishes. The runes go a bit dimmer on the sword.
Was
And that's the full 15 damage.
was the boon? Was that every round or how's the boon
Once
work?
per turn. Every
Once per
round.
turn. Okay, never mind then. Oh, great.
So that's full 15 damage to it.
And I want to
Your haste.
add a maneuver to this.
Okay.
I want to make a disarming attack.
Ooh.
So
Okay. Is it strength or dex save? I can never remember.
I'm pretty sure it's strength.
That's his name, you fool.
Succeed strength, yeah. You never know though.
Ugh.
Also, it says my DC is an intelligence, which I don't think is true.
God, I
It
hope
might
not.
be for the fighter stuff. I don't know. The fighter stuff gets weird with Battlemaster.
It's definitely not
Um,
intelligence.
There's no way. That would not make any sense.
Well, he gets a dirty 20 on the saving throw.
Okay.
Banned.
Maneuver save DC.
As you kind of knock this massive greatsword out of his hand, and he just holds the hand up into the air and just flies back into his hand.
Yeah, it should be my proficiency bonus plus my strength score.
Ah,
So
which
I don't
still
know why
wouldn't
that's
be 20. I don't think. Actually, wait, what is your strength score?
+4 and my 8.
So your strength score is an 18?
No way.
19, yes.
So you've got 19 plus your proficiency, because it said strength score. Otherwise, your DC would be
Oh, wait.
8.
No, I mean it would be my.
Which, I mean, I'm happy to go with. Yeah, cool. So it's...
Well, no, it's Wait, sorry, let me read this again. Oh, that's haste. Sorry, wrong rule set. Okay. It's 8 plus proficiency plus strength. Modifier.
Strength mod.
So
Fine. So
mod,
12
yes.
plus 4 is 16.
yes. Okay.
So he passes.
All right. Always worth shots. I still have more attacks anyway. I also need to add my superiority dice damage to that. So he also does take an additional 5 damage.
Cool.
Let's go again. My extra haste turn for a soft 20.
Hits.
For 16 total.
And as the 20 goes soft, we end RP.
I jump into a volcano. And RP.
And RP.
16 damage. Why is that now not showing up as an option? Fine. Minus 16. He's taken so much damage in one turn. Fucking hell. Cool.
Get ready.
Kind of. Is that Warden's turn?
Wait, do I have 3 attacks actually? Just wait.
That was the third, no?
But I have
you get
haste too.
I think at
as
level,
you want.
at level 10 you get 3 attacks, right?
Yeah.
And then you get your hasted, so you get like what, like 6?
No, that'd be 5. Wait. Haste gives
Well-
1 additional attack, right?
One additional action, I thought.
Yeah, when the
Hold on, let me
Yeah, it's an
write this.
action that you can use to attack.
Yeah. Oh, but it says in parentheses, 1 weapon attack only. Okay, so
Fine.
4.
yeah, 4.
Cool.
Okay.
Someone had to put that there for like
Yeah.
for assholes like me, I guess.
Say 21.
And for people like us who haven't played D&D in a while.
God.
Yeah. I feel so lost.
Another
I-
16 damage.
Okay. And
your turn?
yeah, both that will be my turn.
Cool. He's going to legendary action Unstoppable Force. He's going to spend 2 actions to use his Crushing Blow ability.
Oof.
No, he's not, because that's... No. Because that's all creatures within 10 feet, and there's only 1 within 10 feet at the moment. That would be stupid. He's going to use 1 legendary action to Crushing Slam and make 1 greatsword attack. And try and knock you prone again.
Wait, he was prone though.
And then he stood up
Oh,
for his turn.
asshole. How dare
And now he's
he.
going to legendary action. 29.
Again, yeah,
To
that
hit.
hits. He's 29, dude.
Wait, you have
I
+2 to
don't
your
know.
AC.
Yeah.
I don't know
well,
if that
it's
helped.
no,
Sorry.
no, it's just what I do
So
now.
you need to make a strength saving throw, and I need to roll damage. That's a lot.
That's 26.
19 points of slashing damage, and you are not knocked prone this time.
It hurt, but I'm still on my feet, baby.
Mitch is trying to kill you.
Not yet.
You
Um,
can try.
just
Jester going to move on over. I guess I'll go here. You know what? I'll use a bonus action to get within 10 feet so I can stab at this individual with a dagger in the face. Ideally. And I will use the Emperors again. And I will hunt that crit. I will not get it, but I will roll a 30, which
My
is
God, a
far off my
30.
number.
Yeah, that
so
is gonna hit even with shield, because the Hermit's AC is the AC of a wizard with mage armor.
and that'll be 23.
23 damage. Cool.
And then I'll just just so I'm not where that attack came from, use a little bit more of my movement to sort of go here. Heal? No, her.
It's because it's showing him with 4 HP currently, so I need to get him back to his actual maximum. There we go, which is fine, because you guys already knew his maximum from Warden. And then he took 23 damage, yeah? Full
Yep.
23. There we go. That's that sorted. That was stupid. Is that just his turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He used all of his legendary actions, so he's not going to use another one, but Strength will use another legendary action to do another crushing blow on Warden and just slam down with the greatsword again.
This dude.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. 13 to hit.
Misses.
The Space Jam.
Strength's turn. Shall we take a quick break here?
Yes, I was about to ask.
Because I need to cool
Sounds
down and grab my
great.
water.
I need to potty, so.
Cool. We will take a 10-minute break and then we will be back and then have a shorter second half because
Ethan's gotta go.
Yep.
Cool. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Goodbye.
Wings.
Bye.
OBS is doing quite a lot of lagging at the moment, and it's ruining my PC, but it's fine. We live. Hopefully. Oh shit. I've just gone to
What?
check Twitch, and I can see there's a network error. Please try again.
Oh.
Video producer, please tell me the stream stayed. Yes.
I see a stream here.
Still broadcasting, 2 hours 13, so it's not split into two. I don't need to edit it afterwards. Thank fuck for that.
Yay! 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 Yay!
Honestly, the last stream got split in two because OBS crashed and I couldn't be bothered to edit it, so I just uploaded it as two separate YouTube clips. Or two separate YouTube videos. We've got part 1 and part 2 for last session, and I'm not even mad. Or I am mad. I'm not sorry, is what I meant. It's the same thing. Speaking of not being sorry, it's Strength's turn. So, like, you know, I could use Fortitude again. It would be very funny and it would be such a dick move, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to take 3 attacks with the Greatsword like I did last time at Warden. Do I still have the disadvantage on attacks?
No.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
He doesn't because it was at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Cool. That's good, because the first one is a
29
21.
probably. Oh, okay.
No, 21, which I
Doesn't
believe
hit.
misses because you're
21
22
misses.
because of haste.
Yep.
Second one's a 19.
Misses.
The third one's a 14. All of those with a plus 11 and not a single one hit. He just swings 3 times at you. At this point, Warden's now kind of getting used to like the size and weight of his enemy's weapon, is now getting a bit better at like bringing up his sword to block and deflect. And the two of you are just like trading swings,
You know what?
locked
on
in
the last one-
intense combat.
On that last one, actually,
I got a
I like to-
riposte.
I would like to repost that. Actually, yes.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, Mitch, you're so mad.
Don't hate the player,
It's
hate
fun.
the class.
I'm just being silly.
It's a soft 20, the softest of 20s.
Does not.
Oh, wait,
Sorry, it
was
does
that-
hit. Yes, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at your
It's
stats,
like-
not his.
I was like, how do I pull back digital dice? Superiority?
So he takes the full 16.
A pinch of superiority dice.
Oh, I do beg my pardon. Let me add that on top as well.
Tuppence of superiority dice.
A smidge. Just a smidge
garnish.
of superiority.
Oh yeah,
dash
deliver
over the
me
top.
that parcel.
End roleplay.
End roleplay.
Okay, that is Strength's turn. I guess fuck you. At this point, I need to add monster. And he should be there. Where is he? Buddy? Buddy, you good? Oh fuck, that's all the Kuatoa. Jesus fucking Christ, from the last map.
Oh god, they're here.
They've come to help.
Yay! 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 Yay!
To be fair, that was an
Nice.
option, potentially. Why is it not adding him? Let me refresh my shard. Because shit's getting real weird. But basically, while it's reloading, the tower has appeared, and following Strength's turn, Urvir comes charging out of the tree line, deck of cards in hand, ready to cause some shenanigans to help you out. You can see Mura's Fey friend just kind of like leaning out one of the windows at the top of the tower. Just like, for someone that isn't an Archfey, would be leaning very dangerously over like the balcony, but like, they're probably fine. Shard is
hanging
taking a
out.
real long time to load.
It was giving me the same sort of trouble.
Oh, so what you're saying is it's your fault? Is that what you're saying to me?
Meh. Maybe.
Maybe.
She do a hex.
I've got I have a loading symbol in the top corner of my screen. Shard has never given me a loading symbol before. What is this bullshit? What I want to know is it my computer or is it my actual internet? Okay, weird. Let's try this again. Add monster. Over. Tick. Add.
I mean, he's got some questionable motivations. I don't know if I'd call him a monster, though. That seems...
Right, yeah. Seems a little mean.
It is just refusing to add him. It's
Funny.
because he's in the inactive list. Set active.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Add to map. Ta-da! It's put him in the wrong place, though. Get back here, Irvir. You're over there. And your initiative was an 18. So you go there. Good boy, Irvir. There we go.
Good boy.
There we go. Good lad. Be a good gentleman.
Yeah.
He is going to sharpshooter and throw a card at... What's the range? He's going to throw a card at strength. Just. What special abilities can he throw on his cards? First 2 times you roll a 20 on any attack roll or ability check using a playing card. You can choose for it to be a joker, so we'd need to know if it's a 20. Cards now deal extra damage at that level. That's fine. Card tricks. Where are his card tricks? Where is his card tricks? Sir?
I could.
Fuck's sake. Sorry about this.
You're fine.
We all check our pockets to see if we have the card.
You all have the
Is this your
card.
card?
Wow.
What a trick.
Alright,
Fine. For
everyone
now, he's
name
just
a
going to
card
throw a
in 3,
normal
2,
card.
1. Heart of clubs.
8 of spades. Oh. Ugh.
Damn it. Come on, guys. We gotta be more synced than that.
Did you just say heart of clubs?
4 clubs. I think I said 4 clubs.
I bet
I'm
you
in
said
safe.
heart of.
Well, clearly you misheard.
2 of spades.
Go check the VOD.
Irvir's going to use an inspiration to re-roll that nat 1.
Good lad. Good lad. Ew,
That's a lot more like it. And he gets sneak attack. Yay. I'll roll it all on Shard because that makes life easier. So with a 22 to hit, you Warden, you see this razor sharp playing card come spinning through the air. You saw this before in 1 or 2 other fights. Here we go. 20 piercing damage to strength as this playing card just goes right into his shoulder.
Fuck, dude.
They are like kind of metal edged, razor sharp playing cards. Can Irvir do 2 attacks or just the 1? Because he's quite a bit lower level than you guys.
Uh-oh.
He's got to get out here and work it more, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta-
Yeah. Oh wait, it was with sharpshooter, which was active, because it's ticked on here. Fine, but it's not added the. It's not added the sharpshooter damage, but it's also not taken away the sharpshooter negative from the roll to hit. So I'm just going to say sharpshooter wasn't active then. Yeah, that's his turn. Mira.
Hi. Oh, hi. I'm here. I'm playing games.
Yeah, the leyline stuff's still here for me even after I've reloaded. Weird.
That's so nice for you. Wow, what
Is
am I
it
gonna
because you've
do?
split screen shard?
I don't have. I didn't have it split screen when I was
Oh, I
looking
thought
at
you
it.
had.
Well, I
Might
did
be.
have it. I did have it split. I usually have it split screened where I have you guys here, but when we're in combat and I need to do stuff, I full screen it
That makes sense.
because I need the full screen for my brain. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna do something and I don't know what. Yes, I do. I'm gonna fuck up the Hermit. I'm gonna. I bet you they don't have a good con or dex.
The wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
What would make you think that as you look at the emaciated figure in robes? Like, if they didn't actually have, like, the glow of a living creature, you would just immediately assume it's either a skeleton or a lich.
Honestly. Right. I'm going to go ahead and... Your choice that you can see within 10 feet. I can't see within 10 feet, but if I moved you there, oh, I'd have to get so close. I don't want to do that. I think she's actually like 3 more feet. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast and Leyline Tap for I'm gonna
Cool.
Eldritch Blast at the Hermit. So that's a what? A flat D20, right? To see if I tap
the
it.
ley line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Blah, blah. Okay. Exactly what I needed. And then that's a 10, right? Because it's a Titanic ley line.
Yields. To be fair, they're
You
all
just-
10s, it's just different effects.
10s across the board. That's a 4.
4.
4. You gain a bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn. What is the bonus?
It should say, unless it's not copied it over from Shard. Hold on,
It
'cause
did
if
not
Shard's
cur-
done it as like a roll, maybe. 4.
Great. So my AC is 20 right
Wait,
now,
that's
and
backlash. A +5 bonus to your AC.
okay, so my AC is 21 right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna blast him.
Okay.
And it's a 23,
23. What's his AC?
26, and a
He's
17.
gonna shield, so the 23 and the 17 miss.
That's rude. 9 force damage. And yeah, just well. God, I should really like resource better. Yeah, I'm going to end my turn and let my ally go, and my ally is within range, and my ally is going to cast Solitary Fireball on the
Cool.
Hermit and tap into the ley line as well.
Cool.
So that'll be one of these.
One of these.
One of these. Natural 20 on that ley line. tapping, and
Damn,
a 10, which is
Damn, son.
choose one effect listed above. I choose 8, which is concentration on your spell can't be broken, and I have haste casted, so
Yes.
I select
Excellent.
that. Hello Pandora, and yeah, solitary fireball. I need a dex save of 19.
Dex
Second.
save. Ugh.
15 fire only.
Hermit's gonna use a legendary resistance to succeed.
Good. Burn it.
So he takes half damage, yeah?
Yep.
That's fun.
That's fine.
Ah! I didn't mean re-roll it. I pressed fucking take damage. I mean, that's a success anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so 15. Oh, it's done it already? Okay, fine. Fine, I see. Yes, damage 15 taken. Fine. Fucking hell.
And
So I'll add
oh, go ahead.
because he succeeded. No, I'm just adding because he succeeded and it's treated it as if he failed instead, which is not what happened. So he would have taken 7 points of damage. Fine. Cool.
And I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna use Quicken Spell to cast Eldritch Blast with my ally, and doing that means I get to use my Outer Shard, my Outer Essence Shard, and if they take damage, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So yeah,
Cool.
it's a 14.
Does
God,
not
please. 28.
Hits.
I only needed one, baby. And I got a natural one, so damn.
Damn.
It's 12 force damage and disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks made before the start of my next turn.
Cool.
Love that. Okay, that's my turn. Actually wrapped up this time.
Okay.
Sorry. You know what? Why am I sorry?
No, it's alright. The Hermit used all of the legendary reactions, legendary actions, and still hasn't had a turn yet, so that's fine. Strength is going to use his last one to hit
Great.
Warden, or try and hit Warden again.
Mhm.
Oh wait, he's had his turn, so he gets them back. So it's not his
Oh.
last one.
Ooey.
So many things to track. Why do I DM? Because it's fun and I like it. That's why. He
I DM because
is
I lost
going.
nose goes in our group.
One great sword attack is a miss. 16. 5 plus 11 is still a miss. Linger's turn.
Okie dokie, Pokey. Linger is going to scooch out from behind here so she can get a little closer. And we joke about it a lot, so sometimes it's fun to actually do it.
Oh no.
She's gonna bring her staff to bear, and the tip is gonna glow, and she's gonna cast Explode Heart at the Hermit. We're gonna change that. No, we're gonna keep it as a con save. Why not? But we'll change the damage to bludgeoning because that just makes more sense to me. We're gonna explode somebody's heart.
No, because see, the problem
So-
here, right, is you deliberately waited till I used my reaction for shield, and now I can't counterspell it. And I just think that's a really mean thing to do.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was going to magic missile him, but then you used shield. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can explode his heart
Yeah,
instead.
it's your own fault, basically.
I was going to hit you with magic missiles. Instead, I will blow your heart up.
So if I can get a con save of 21.
He can certainly try. Hermit. Con save, he's not proficient, so it's just that. Did you say 21?
Yeah.
22! I was just about to say he'd need a 19 or higher, because he only had a +2. So that's 20, not 20 plus 2. For 22.
Alright. Alright, well, he'll still take half damage.
Yes.
So half of 25.
Oh!
And he is
It's
not.
the exact noise that the hermit makes. That wasn't
Wait!
Mitch doing it.
He has disadvantage.
Oh shit, because of the outer essence shard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's a 14. 12 plus 2.
Alright.
So we double it to 25? To 50, sorry? Or was 25 the full damage?
25 is the full damage.
Okay,
and
fine. So he
he's
takes the full
stunned.
25. And he's... Fuck.
Oh, nice.
We've wrecked this one dude.
Until the start of my next turn. Yeah.
And he has disadvantage on every...
He is looking real rough. Or they are looking real rough. 25. And stunned, you said.
Yes.
Add
And
condition in a stunning turn of events.
woohoo.
Just shreds, you say.
Let's just see if I have any.
Jesus Christ, I always forget how rough stunned is.
Yeah, what is it again? I was trying to click on it, but it doesn't
Incapacitated, can't move, can speak only falteringly, automatically fails strength and dex saves, attack rolls against them have advantage. So because they are incapacitated, I need to
Need
also
stuns.
add incapacitated. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. So no actions, no reactions, can't cast spells anyway because they can't speak, can't move, automatically fail strength and dex saves. Any attack rolls against them have advantage. And they are bloodied.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm good. That's it for me.
I just need a crit. Give me one good crit.
As Linga just
Just
steps
give
out.
me
You know what?
Hermes.
No. And the hermit has a fucking heart attack.
I just like to keep it simple, keep it streamlined.
How long are they stunned for?
Until the start of my next turn.
Your next turn, you dick. You dick. It was the hermit's turn next. You dick. I love it. I can't do anything now with the hermit until the end of initiative
Well.
again because it's Linga's turn at the end of initiative.
Lindsay is one
Beautiful.
of those players in the best way.
I have just spent this entire round going, I'd need to wait till the start of the hermit's turn because then they get all their legendary actions back. And now I can't use a single one of them anyway.
Wow.
I was going to say, I was
Beautiful.
very happy sitting here listening to, okay, well, he's used his reaction. Okay, he's out of legendary. Okay, he's out. He just forced, oh, he has to have disadvantage. Yes, this works nicely.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, Steph and Lindsay, you can both take a point of inspiration. One for the remembering of the outer essence shard, and one for this incredible fucking blocking of the hermit. Fuck me, I guess. Warden.
Thank you. I will use this irresponsibly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. You ready for this awesome turn, Mitch?
Yeah.
I know I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Is it gonna be 4 attacks? It is.
Yeah.
And I can't
25
lose
hits.
concentration on this.
Fuck you.
So first one is a 25 with 15 damage.
Yep.
Second one's a 23
Yep.
with 12 damage.
He is bloodied at this point.
Oh,
So
could be worse.
12 damage. He could be worse, and he probably will be.
I think it'll be worse.
14 more damage. There we go. Struggling to keep up with how much damage you're doing that quickly.
And a 15.
15 misses.
Oh,
but
wait.
Just bear with me. One moment. Let me see if I have anything that can help you.
Help me.
No. Does Ervir have anything? That's wild card. That's sharpshooter. That's card trick. Nope, I have nothing that can help you. Continue.
Well, that's fine. Because there's more, as I'm now action
course.
surging.
Of course.
So with that, we are gonna... Yeah. 22.
Hits.
16.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18 misses.
And
12 misses.
I can't hit them all.
God damn, what a turn, though. God damn. He's down pretty fucking low. My god. Is that Warden?
That would be Warden, yes.
He mad. He gonna legendary action crushing blow, cause he mad. He gonna greatsword attack you.
We only get angry
Cause he
whenever we
mad.
can't control the situation.
30.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, you cut out there, Mitch.
30.
Yeah.
Nothing like a
Then
little
do be
19
hitting.
plus 11 to get the blood pumping. We need a strength saving throw from Warden to not be knocked prone.
Oof. Buddy boy. I'm gonna burn inspiration. That's embarrassing.
Okay.
It's my last inspiration too, solely for vanity
Well,
reasons.
You got one for that nat one.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You got one for the nat one.
Oh yeah. So I just
So it
break
just
even
balances
then.
out.
Okay.
So you don't get knocked prone. You do, however, take 14 points of slashing damage.
I'll take it standing. Thank you.
Chester.
Chester going to whisper in the Hermit's ear, "Oh, you look like you're a little stunned by these turn of events." And he's going to try to stab him in said ear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
29. Go for that crit.
Hits.
Okay, 29.
Okay, but real talk, I could have used his 7th level slot for another disintegrate. And I still might if he stays alive.
Ugh.
14 damage to the head.
Oh, we used the wrong dagger. Shoot. Can I reroll that? It would have been the same 2 hit. It's just different damage.
Sure.
It's the same one I've been using every time. The Emperor's
Yeah,
dagger.
yeah.
I just clicked the
You
wrong
just clicked
button.
the wrong one.
28 damage.
So
Yeah.
how much extra is that? 14 extra, so I'll just add an extra 14 because I'd already done 14 damage to him.
Here you go. That's why I prefer using that dagger. It's much better.
Oh my god. The Hermit is looking so rough. So stunned.
And I think for bonus action, I actually am gonna whisper in his ear, "Oh yeah, that was stunning, wasn't it, idiot?" And give him some -7 to whatever's next save is to all of the spellcasters out there listening.
Woohoo!
He's gonna be dead soon.
Yeah.
Oh, dead.
We love it.
We love it. We love to see it.
Cool. Is that Chester's turn?
That is mine. Oh, no, I'm still within 10 feet. I'm staying like within 10-foot range.
Right.
Cool.
Which,
Strength is gonna burn another legendary action and swing at Warden at the end of Chester's turn, knowing full well that it's his turn next anyway.
Mm,
That's a 21, 10 plus 11. I believe
misses.
misses because of haste. But it's Strength's turn. He's just that mad. Oh god, there's so many actions the Hermit could have taken that I just haven't used. And he's not going to get a chance now.
He'd have to get very lucky.
Let's see if Fortitude recharges. Because it is a recharge ability. It does. So Strength, once again, stomps his foot. And he's going to use Fortitude to gain 40 temp HP and resistance to all damage types except Psychic. It's the same thing he did at the start of the fight.
How much HP? How much temp HP?
40.
That's a lot.
That was a lot.
That's a lot.
But it does take his entire turn to do that. And it's a recharge ability that only recharges on a 6. So, like, he's been rolling
Okay.
every turn and this was his first 6. So
Well,
that'll
we're
end his
definitely
turn.
gonna kill him. We're definitely gonna kill him, so.
After Strength's turn... That's that. Actions, Haunting Visions, Wraith's Grasp, that's the one. Has to be a creature within 10 feet. The bonus action dash to here. They've got to be like here. There we go. So they're still 10 feet away. You guys watch, sprinting out from the tree line just past Ervir is the lovers. You can see they've got a pair of swords with them, given that Warden currently has their bow from memory. And they are going to use their once per day ability, Wraith's Grasp. The female counterpart of the lovers manifests fully and attempts to grapple one creature within 10 feet. Target must succeed on a DC 18 strength saving throw or be restrained. While restrained, they take damage at the start of each of their turns. Or until the lovers lose concentration. So, Strength needs to make a saving throw. He is restrained. So you watch as the lovers come charging out, the female counterpart, the wraith part, kind of manifests around Strength as the tiefling is running. His head kind of spins round to look at them. You would turn against us now? I'll have to tell the others about this. And you watch as the tiefling kind of skids to a halt about 10-15 feet away, and you won't be alive to tell them. As the wraith manifests around Strength and just grapples. So Strength is now restrained. So for Warden's purposes, restrained, speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus. Attack rolls against them have advantage, their attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And the tiefling counterpart is just supporting himself now on one sword, given that he's lost a leg because the wraith is not inside him. Strength is still going to try and stab Warden, though, with disadvantage with a legendary action. At this point, I'm just playing D&D with myself. Because the
That's
turn
okay.
order is Strength, the lovers, and then Ervir. He's going to miss with a 13. Ervir is going to do his thing. What would be actually useful for Warden? He has roguish actions, so he can bonus action dash as well. So maybe... Oh my god, 60 feet takes him exactly there. Irvir's gonna sprint on in here, so he's now flanking with strength. Because Irvir, of course, knows that we run stacking advantage in this game. So Warden will have advantage and then a +1 to hit strength.
Alright.
That's his bonus action. He still has an action. So he is just gonna fucking stab him, I guess, with his rapier. Because he also has one of those. He's not gonna stab him with a rapier. I guess it's kind of hard with plate armor. He tried. He's... Actually, wait, attack rolls have advantage because of the restrained. So let's try that one again.
Give yourself a point of inspiration for remembering that.
And 19 hits, doesn't it? His AC is 19. Cool.
You.
So rapier damage. And because he's flanking, he gets sneak attack. This is what Chester feels like. Oh my god, he's teed him up for you now, Warden.
Oh, yeah.
Strength. Oh, I just did the damage to Irvir, I think.
Oopsie.
Instead. Big uh-oh. No, I didn't. It just hasn't done it to strength. That's bizarre. Let's take 20 off of you then, buddy. It's just not updating. Maybe it's my shard then. Okay, well, either way, I know what health he's on, even if shard doesn't. And he is super rough. And it's Mira's turn.
Hi. Well, I think I'm gonna leave strength for, you know, for Warden, because it seems like he just wants to kill the guy.
There we go. It's finally done the damage to him.
So I am going to
As you can now just see everyone swarming strength.
I will be Eldritch blasting the Hermit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As Irvich
Once
pokes his
again.
head around the side of strength. Hey, Warden! How are you doing?
That's a natural 20.
I feel like we haven't had any nat 20s
That's-
yet.
I don't think
a-
anyone has. I don't think I
Yeah,
have either.
weird.
This is going to kill him with the first blast. I'm almost
Okay.
certain.
Yeah.
So that's, what do I do again? I roll.
So it's 10 plus your charisma bonus plus a d10.
So 15 plus a d10.
Yes, so you can't not kill him with his 16 HP left.
Okay, so that's
My
25.
God.
That's absolutely max damage.
Would you like to
Roll
as
describe
well.
your kill?
Mira's just like, I don't even think she registers. She's just like, I gotta get rid of this dude. We're in the shit. And she's just gonna blast. I think she does fire off 3 blasts and doesn't realize that only the one just, so she makes craters basically. And she's just like, oh my god, oh. Are you okay?
You cut out.
She goes, oh, are you okay, Chester? Like, she wants to
I'm
make
invisible.
sure she did. Oh my god, I hope everything's okay. Hope no one is hurt besides the person that I wanted to hurt. That's gonna be her turn. What do I do with the ally now? Because I want to leave this for, I feel like the ally is going to hold her action to cast Eldritch Blast until after Warden's turn.
I feel like the best thing you could do right now with your ally is just a little bit of UP. I think that's really the best move.
And
at this
roleplay.
point.
I'm gonna hold my action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, what's the trigger?
After, it's after Warden goes.
Fine.
So if Warden kills him,
If Warden somehow
then-
doesn't kill him.
yeah. I just want to give this to Ethan. I think he deserves it after having his internet out for the whole last session.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
It's really it's just revenge for that.
honestly. And I
okay.
think I need to go feed Tanda, so I'll be right back.
Cool. End of Mira's turn. Strength is gonna use a legendary action. He's just really trying anything at this point. He's gonna go for the. Finally, he can actually use Unstoppable Force. It will be at disadvantage because he's restrained, but he doesn't care. He's going to use Unstoppable Force, which uses Crushing Blow. Strength makes a greatsword attack against each creature within 10 feet. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage and is pushed 10 feet away. So it's literally just swinging like the full weight of the greatsword, as opposed to like precision strikes. So the roll to hit Warden is with disadvantage a 15. The roll to hit Ervir is a 14. And the roll to hit the lovers is also a 14. My god, he truly is flailing. Linger.
Linger's just gonna look around the field, see that strength is pinned down. No worries there.
Truly death throes at the moment, flailing wildly.
Yeah, so I think she's just going to calmly start walking towards the hermit. Or no, she'll just shout to Chester to like snag anything off the hermit if he doesn't mind. Especially scrolls and books would be great. And she's just going to turn and start kind of studying the big crystal to start facilitating the next steps in their plan.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. That's this button. At 29 with a natural 20.
Cool. Why do I keep losing my thing? Where it gone?
Or Ronnie.
I don't know.
So, with a 29, this is like a significant. It's kind of like a battery in a way, almost.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you're like, well, you know what? This one is literally like 15 feet across in most dimensions. I am the closest I've ever been to a specimen this big. That it's so big and so volatile that I can like physically feel all the energy coming off it. There is no better chance to study one. And it is kind of like a battery for punching through the barrier in a way. And that's why this kind of tends to happen, like where it's weak, where the barrier can't really maintain itself fully, and where these aero crystals that are basically just volatile energy stores already are, they can sometimes just accidentally start siphoning off planar energy in a way. Which is the experiment that the tower was carrying out in your tower. That's how the tower is able to teleport around the map as it does. You get the sense, if you'd had kind of like the full power of the sands in the urn still, you could quite possibly just like click and have it done almost in a way. As it currently stands, with the small power up that you have from them and just with you in general, you get the sense you could probably like enact effectively like a ritual to like harness the power of the aero crystal and use it to fracture the barrier and potentially break through. Where the fuck is my fucking description?
All right.
I have so many things.
Can she start working on that and somehow tie it to the formulas that she knows in the in their tower to try to
Yes.
create a magical link between the two, since a physical link doesn't seem possible?
When you say a magic link between the two, what? The tower and the crystal?
The crystal, so that the tower can be used in conjunction with the crystal to punch through So we're taking the tower. I'm trying to take the tower with us
Yeah.
for no reason. Other than it's like a good flex for her later.
Yes.
Sure, you've passed through a barrier, but did you take a whole tower with you?
Yeah, like, from what you would have heard even from the heretical stuff beforehand, like, where people have been through, they've been like, oh, I went through by myself and it was crazy and scary and I was surrounded by fire, whereas here it's like, yeah, but did you take your whole wizard tower with you, you fucking casual?
Yeah, so she's like trying to do like a Bluetooth connection to this thing, and then she's gonna, Tesla coil their way through the barrier is the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say with the 29, you can absolutely start like putting that together. That's strength in the hermit. That's the simultaneous battle. There's all the extra stuff that should have been happening throughout. That's fine. I lost it, so we didn't have it.
There was plenty going on.
Exactly. Okay, so Linger is starting to do that. You can see Linger's like classic formula and all of the kind of magic sigils are all slowly kind of like manifesting around as you're like frantically scribbling and tracing sigils in the air. Like it's a combo of like, I need to finish tweaking this spell, flick back to look at that spell, write a few things in my book for future reference, but also like draw out some stuff on the crystal, in the air, on the ground, Rip's helping.
Yeah, Rip's running around and moving stuff, and then little Linger's also flying around and like pushing the runes that are glowing in the air because they're just as insubstantial as she is. So she's like helping scooch them this way and that way. So.
I love the idea of Linger just like nonchalantly throwing out the runes and Linger catching them and putting them in place.
Yeah, it's
That's
cute.
Super fun. I love the visual of that. Cool. He's out of legendary actions. But hey guys, check it out. The Hermit's no longer stunned because Linger's had her turn.
Wait, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
You know what? Just while we wait for Warden to come back and murder this man, you see the Hermit just sort of slowly start to rise from the ground, and a little prestidigitation of sparks in his eyes, and it says, "You think you can defeat me that easily?"
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
just Chester sort of, weakened to Bernie's him a little bit.
I love it.
Warden, it is your turn. Strength is surrounded by people just wailing on him. There is a Wraith lady. Go by Wraith. There's a Wraith lady grappling him, restraining him. What would you like to do?
Alright.
Throw down your sword and run away? Because at this point, the situation looks pretty dire for you. He might kill you.
Warden will sheath his sword and be like, "Hey, Wraith, I know we kind of started off on the wrong foot. And I'm gonna hit him with a romance check dialogues option.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Which, for Warden, is the same thing, really. 20 hits.
Softest of 20s.
A soft, gentle, caressing 20. End roleplay.
For 18 damage.
Cool.
And
25.
Hits.
I just wanted to hear you say it. For 19.
Would you like to describe your kill?
Oh, wonderful. I could have kept going. I mean, I still got 2 more attacks.
I
But
know.
yeah, sure.
You can roll the rest of your attacks if you want to see how they would have turned out. By all means.
I think we all know how they would have turned out.
Oh, wait, hold on. Your first one would have been at advantage. Do you want to see if you crit?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me see. That was the...
If you do, I'll give you a point of inspiration, because it's funny.
Nah, it would have been a 4.
Fair enough.
Like, I still get the inspiration though, right?
Everyone will for this fight anyway.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, it feels less special, but I'll still take it. All right. So yeah. For this, he's been making big, wild swings. So, as he probably goes up to whine for an attack, Warden is going to slip his blade in between, like his hands, and he's going to then pull the blade around and grab it, pull back, and try to sever one of his hands.
Oof.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it works. Horribly and painfully, he screams as you sever his hand.
You should have skipped hand day.
So yeah, and with that, let me see. Warden is then going to make a cut across like his kind of upper thigh to try to bring him down onto his knee, and then finishing blow just right across the back of his neck, decapitation.
Oof. Amazing. The cuts just take him down expertly. The wraith just lets go. He crumbles
It's not
down
the
to his
wraith.
knees. Yep. Warden swings round. The head comes clean off. The helmet flies one way, the head flies the other.
Wow.
Somehow. Just Warden's just that cool.
Yeah.
It also basically just means Warden wouldn't have to clean out the helmet if he wants to take it. The head came out before it sprayed blood everywhere. Amazing. As strength is defeated, you see as he's kind of like the body's still on its knees starts to like shake almost. It's kind of like vibrating. You see the flesh starts to like splinter and crack through kind of like the exposed weak points that you can see in the armor. It's almost like there's like shafts of sunlight almost coming out from inside his body, and just this explosion as strength almost kind of implodes. The armor just falls hollow and empty to the ground. Chester, as you kind of start heading towards the Hermit, following Linger's shout, as you reach the robes, you see the Hermit's skin that was already kind of pale just turns like this ashen grey, and the body just dissolves into ash and leaves behind just robes and staff.
I didn't do it.
As Chester reappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, as both of them kind of vanish almost, there is like a pulse of energy through the jungle canopy. The aero crystal in front of you is still kind of like crackling, vibrating with volatile energy as it was. You see like the sky is still just swirling above the aero crystal, all of these different colors, like when oil is like spilled on top of water and it creates that like rainbow film on top. And it's just kind of like this localized swirling maelstrom almost, but without kind of the wind that's just picking up as Linger is starting this ritual. You all kind of like, you can feel this deep thrum just like resonating in your bones. And it's almost like everywhere you look, as you're kind of looking around, in the corner of your eye, you see like a glimpse of these enormous tree branches, stars, but like as you kind of turn to look and try and focus your vision on it, it's not there, and it's always just at the backs of the corner of your vision as Linger is doing this. What would you guys like to do? As the tower is nearby, Urvia and the lovers are out ready for the fight.
Linger, should we help? Do you need help, or do you want us to like go inside?
I think you should go to the tower. If this works, we'll all end up in the same place. It'll just simplify things to have everyone inside.
Okay.
All right, and I believe in you very much. You got this. You're the best. And I'll give you a little bardic just in case.
Thank you.
Chester will grab the robe and the staff, and sort of say, "Oh, I guess this is what happens when you work for the sun god." As he walks by the lovers, giving them a bit of a, just keep that in mind. Look.
You do also remember as well, like they have made it very clear it wasn't fully entirely their choice, and they are now kind of like cursed into
That's what
working
they've
with-
said.
That's
Just
what
making
they've
sure.
said.
Before we go, we run back to the tower. Bureau goes over and casts Gift of Luck on Linger. So,
Cool, double whammy.
so there's that.
Warden, you got any help?
Yeah.
Pat on
You
the
can do
back.
anything. Warden got rid of
Warden hands her a
string.
big
Need it.
sword.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm gonna take the helmet and sword.
No, I
Good,
don't have
good
any
call.
help. I just have weapon things.
That is help.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This is well. I just want. Well,
You're
I
good.
don't know if I can name this. So
Also, I will not get rid of the duplicate Mura until Warden gets inside the the tower, because you will be slow. Because haste will go away if I get rid of her. So.
You just
thinking,
end the
good
haste
thinking.
and he gets disintegrated halfway back to the tower because he
God.
couldn't make it.
You didn't make
Or just
it.
left behind. Fuck!
wait, hold on, almost there.
We
Right,
gotta
let
carry
me
him.
finish
God,
the
he's so heavy.
encounter. Let's finish the encounter so I can get rid of all of the Kuatoa that apparently stayed from the last map.
Damn.
We'll keep you around because we want you. Keep the Mura clone, keep the tower. Okay. Maybe that'll tidy up my shard a little bit as well.
We've
Um,
overloaded your shard with.
It probably was me because I had like 10 Kuatoa sitting on a map that wasn't active, but all their tokens were active. So, Linger, as all of this is happening then, you begin this ritual. You start kind of trying to link the crystal to the tower. You can see like deep in the center of the crystal, whereas everyone else is kind of seeing it in the corner of their vision. You can literally see like in the center of the crystal, and if you look up at the sky, dead in the center of this kind of swirling energy, just this like endless starry expanse with these enormous tree branches that seem to stretch on for eternity. What would you like to do, Linger?
All right. She's gonna keep working on the sigils and the formula, and she has from the staff this spell called Dark Path that she's going to use in this formula, but alter it so that it's more of an astral path that
Love
she's
it.
creating using the crystal and the teleportation circle from the tower to kind of bind them all together into one seamless spell so that it will pull the tower and herself across this astral path to where the tree is the idea.
Amazing.
complete with TARDIS sounds.
Fucking mosquito dick.
Alright.
Sorry, a mosquito decided to fly like inside my glasses.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's the worst.
And was just like walking along my lens like a little dick.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. Linger.
Mm-hmm.
Arcana check, please.
Or corner.
Or Kerner.
Yeah, Shard's
A
so much
nat
smoother
20.
Ooh.
Should I use
Oh.
any of these?
Yeah, use them. Use everything. See how high you get.
Wow.
Do I need?
We're
do I
already
need
at
to?
29.
I mean, sure.
If
Why
you
not?
want to use all the other
Yeah.
stuff, go for it, because it is something where like different things can happen depending on
Mitch,
how you
you're-
rolled.
You sound
All right.
weird.
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
only
just
you
the
have,
one roll?
Sorry,
So-
one sec.
Okay.
Mine is
What-
advantage on a roll, so you don't have to use that because you
Okay.
Mine is just a
already
D8, which you might as
Yeah.
well use.
Check.
Yeah.
There you go. You sound better.
Cool.
Well, no, he
Cross,
does.
cross that
No,
30
it still sounds
threshold.
like.
What? He
Sounds like
sounded
you're.
fine.
No, say
Oh.
something longer, Rich.
Perfect.
Weird in
I'm
what
gonna
way?
use-
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
better there. There it is. Okay.
I'm gonna
It sounds like
use
you're in a
knowledge
tube.
Past life too.
Cool.
35.
All right, so now it's a 35. Yeah.
Okay,
Amazing.
baby. Let's fucking go.
So,
Woo.
the way I had kind of envisioned it originally was it was going to end up being something where Linger might have invited everyone to help us. So I was going to have everyone roll different dice depending on what they were doing to add to Linger's total, using basically like the DCs that they have kind of in the books where it's, 5 is piss easy, 30 is impossible. The original DC was going to be a 25. So it's like hard for, but that was for Linger to like punch through the planes and open up
On her own.
a breach to do something with. This is obviously a slightly different scenario. And the reason why I also encouraged you to use everything, even though there was also the nat 20 as well, which did factor into it a little bit, to link the tower and bring every single thing with you, I'd put as
Big ask.
for most people an impossible task, which, as I'm sure we all know the book says, is a DC 30.
So Chester
So
got us
the-
there.
The inspiration got you there, and the knowledge from a past life has pushed it so that basically the way it is now, whatever Lindsay wants Linger to do in this moment with the crystal, obviously, I'd say you probably can't like fuse the crystal into the tower itself. I'd say maybe if you want to bring the crystal with you as a potential means of getting back, I'd allow it. Or if you want to store some energy in the tower as a means for getting back, I'd allow that. So kind of like within those sorts of boundaries, whatever Lindsay would like Linger to do right now.
Yeah,
What does
I think
Linger
for
do?
now, what happens is that the tower gets pulled across this astral bridge, and Linger and Rip and Little Linger are all pulled with it. And then the crystal kind of like inverts in on itself and comes across also, and is now like tractor beam tethered to the tower with like cool, the rainbow bridge from the Thor movies.
Yeah.
It's got like one of
Bifrost.
those.
I'm familiar.
Bifrost. It's got like a Bifrost connection to the tower. And now the tower is kind of like floating in this space, kind of almost anchored because it's connected to the crystal. Because the crystal, while it's not physically still on this side, is still like tethered to this side. So it's kind of existing in both places simultaneously almost.
Amazing.
And then, maybe there's shenanigans we can do later. But for now, I think that's plenty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And then
you guys all.
Rip
Sorry.
is gonna grab Linger's horn and just start swimming towards the tower. That's how they'll get there.
You guys all watch basically from the windows of the tower as Linger is doing this. All of your bullywug friends are just like faces pressed up against the window. The Archfey, whose name for whatever reason this entire session has just completely escaped me.
Mirror brain.
Very casually reclining in a nearby sofa, just watching with a slight amused look, but also like there is very clear interest in like, if this fucking works, this is impressive. Because they very clearly told you that they've been stuck here for a while since being pulled into the Colosseum. Chester's parents are also in the tower currently. Are they coming with you?
I mean, I didn't kick them out, so.
Would Chester want them to come with, or would they disembark at the Sunset Archipelago to make their way back home?
If we were home, then I would leave them there, but we're about as far away from home for them as we can get, so no, they gotta come with.
Okay, fine. So as this is happening then, you all kind of watch the aerocrystal starts to kind of convulse. The kaleidoscopic light that it was giving out just suddenly like almost like freeze frames, like it was creating this kind of swirling effect, and it's almost like it's just been frozen in time by Linger for a brief second. You see the spell book in her hands starts to glow, and it's almost like everything around you, as the crystal is kind of like inverting in on itself, like Lindsay said, and kind of everything's being pulled through. All around you, it's almost like everything explodes. Everything kind of fractures around you as you're looking out through the windows of the tower. You start to see a reflection of yourselves, and a reflection of that reflection, and a reflection and a reflection, as you're being reflected countless times. For Linger, this is not necessarily like new news. This is something she'd be aware of from what she's heard, from what people have said, from what she's read, where people say like they've tried to breach the barrier and they just saw reflections of themselves and it drove them insane. This is exactly what they experienced, but because Linger has breached the barrier, there is a moment of seeing this, and right before your mind would snap, the reflections start to fracture, they all start to fold in on themselves, everything kind of snaps back. You know there's one of you, you're yourself. Everything kind of turns inside out, but also the right way round all at once. You kind of feel like you're simultaneously falling and flying. There's no sound, there's no light, but you can still kind of see and hear everything. There's like a brief moment where you can almost see things that have happened to you in the past, things that might happen in the future. Everything that you're kind of thinking right now, you can almost see in front of you. And all of a sudden, everything's just normal again. But instead of normal, as Lindsay says, this crystal is anchored not to ground, but to the limb of this ancient, unfathomably vast tree branch. The tower's kind of stretching off to the side. You can see this immense tree, whether it's an actual tree or a tree-like structure, stretches out across this pitch black sky that just has these pinpricks of stars that seem to flicker in and out of existence. The bark of the kind of tree branch itself is smooth, but also warm, like it's a living tree. But you can feel mirrored, like the energy pulsing through it is just like pure ley line energy. This is the energy that you tap into when you tap into ley lines. You kind of see running through the bark kind of, all of you can see these kind of veins of silver light that just kind of slowly pulse. And kind of above and below you, this tree just continues into seemingly eternity. The branches spiral all around you. You see these enormous pools of color that branches seem to disappear off into. You have breached the ceiling plane. You stand in probably a phrase that Linger may have come across in some of the reading and research, the world between worlds, where this world tree exists and creates a crossroads, somewhere that you can feasibly, fathomably cross a distance and find yourself somewhere else. And as Linger kind of floats over to the tower, what would you guys like to do?
What's with this tree?
As Linger's theme blasts in the background.
Yeah.
Ovir has a speaker out.
I wonder if we can all float, like...
We all float here.
Yeah. Everybody floats.
I just mildly wonder. I kind of want to have Mira jump out a window, but I will not.
I was going to say, if you leave the tower, you would know. If you want to jump out a window, you can.
No, absolutely not. I think she'll think about it, and then she'll decide to leave the tower to go greet Linger. Do I float?
Okay. Not immediately. You do feel like this kind of feeling of weightlessness. You do kind of immediately get the sense of, like, there's no gravity. The only thing that's actually keeping you tethered in a way to this branch that you're now walking on is purely the idea of, well, I'm going to leave the tower and I'm going to walk towards her, and feasibly the only thing you could currently walk on is this
Branch.
semblance of ground that you can see. But by the same token, you start to think, well, if I'm just thinking about walking towards her and it works here, could I walk on the side of the branch? Could I walk upside down? Could I walk on the air? And you can see Linger is just drifting in towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi! Yeah, I'll
With
try to
Rip
walk on
just
the air.
pulling her along.
Yeah.
If anyone can do it, it's Mira.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, take a couple of steps and just start to walk on nothing.
And then I'll float towards Linger and give her a hug. Sorry, I should have asked if you wanted a hug first, but I'm
That's
so
fine.
impressed. You're so amazing. It's all
I think this was still a group effort. I definitely had a moment where I thought it wasn't going to work, but that the kind words of Chester kind of helped.
Yeah, well, you know,
over the
bad
edge.
stuff.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We are in the world between worlds. This is a huge accomplishment for all of us, and we brought a whole tower with us, so that's pretty. No one has done this since the gods sealed all of this off. So go abracadabra. We just defied the gods.
So you're saying we're godlike? Yeah, that doesn't make sense, actually, now that I think about it. A lot of things sort of come together with that in my mind now, yeah.
This does mean, Mira, that we might be facing who we think is your
Who?
father
Oh,
in the tree.
she makes the face like that she completely forgot about this.
Yeah.
And by forgot, I mean blocked it out.
So-
Mitch. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if we want to take, I'm exhausted. That was
Mhm.
actually very
A lot.
difficult. So if there's a possibility that we could maybe convalesce in the tower for just a little while
I'd like
before.
a good 8-hour nap if it was me.
That's just sleep.
I
I
place a
think
hand on
sleep is-
Mira's shoulder and say, we're all good friends and you can cry if you want to.
So
Dude,
hopefully we'll need to take turns on watch. I can't promise that we didn't alert every being in this area to our presence, but I can't say that we didn't. But we should.
I can take the first one. I only used one spell and was never hit. So basically, I think I'm immortal. Between this and the whole god thing.
Honestly.
No, that was campaign 1.
Yeah. Hey, Mitch, did I see this tree like in glimpses in campaign 1? Because I think I did.
When you touched the aero crystals in campaign 1 that were similar to this one, yeah.
Yeah. Mira just looks at Linger and is like, psst.
Interesting.
I've seen this tree before. Just saying. I know you guys probably thought I was crazy, but like, when I touched the crystals before. So did I tell you? I don't think I told you that, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I once read a little brochure by some halfling that also saw something similar. So I think.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I used to know this halfling. We met very briefly, but she was very cool. Her name was Mary, and she was awesome, but she ran away from me.
Oh, well, I think it's the same one. I do think she went to hang out with a dragon. It was the gist.
She also knew Ethan Thorne, so that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah. He also ran away from me. A lot of people have a tendency to run away from me. I don't think it's a me problem, but I'll have to talk to my therapist about this when we get back to the regular part of the world.
Rip gets out his little notebook. He's ready.
Oh, thank God he came with us.
Yes, he always travels with me.
Rip absolutely is everyone's therapist. I would say as well, this is something that would probably strike all of you. It's the idea of like this kind of heretical thing of planes existing is common knowledge across Eroth as a whole. Everyone is aware that there are crazy people that like to talk about other planes of existence being a thing. No one's ever seen them, no one's ever been able to prove it. The people that can prove it, in inverted commas, are all batshit crazy. So, like, why would you trust them? Linger has just given you tangible proof, because realistically, again, the only other person who said they'd seen it before is Mura. So the crazy point kind of still stands.
And the people in the forbidden or in the like heretical village that Mira's house is in.
These guys haven't been there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mira's house is in a heretic village.
Whereas like Linger's gone, I heard this thing that crazy people talk about. I think there might be something to it. Bet.
Yeah.
And you're here. So it's pretty huge for everyone. Like, you would all be aware of it. Like, Chester's definitely heard. There'd be songs, there'd be stories, there'd be poems about all of this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But again, like, songs and poems about these things could be anything. Whether they're true or not, most songs aren't.
All mine are. What are you talking about?
Of course. Well, Chester's not most bards.
Honestly.
He's better than all the rest.
Absolutely.
He's simply the best.
I'd like you might say. He might say.
So it only took me 3 years, but I got here.
We did.
Through the barrier.
We did it. Pour the Gatorade on Conrad.
So, above table, and kind of mechanically speaking, what you can kind of see all around you, where like the tree branches that you can see end. You see them, a lot of them, some do just kind of end and don't seem to have anything special about them, unless you were to kind of just like jump off the edge, which you could if you wanted to. But some of them almost seem to like disappear off into what functionally and mechanically in D&D are color pools. So like where in a Spelljammer game you would, for example, know this color pool corresponds to this. So seeing as Steph has asked as well. Basically, the idea of the color pools in Spelljammer is they kind of exist in the astral plane or wild space. Wild space, not the astral plane. But I think they're the same thing. It's kind of unclear.
One bleeds into the other.
Yeah.
You go far enough into wild space, you can get into the astral.
And basically the idea is, as you're kind of flying around, you can come across these enormous pools of color. I like to picture them as kind of like discs. Like, you know, when you see like the flat earth pictures and stuff with like all the water pouring off the edge of the earth, it's like that,
Like
but instead
squirrels.
it's like color and vapors, like the color is bleeding over the edge of the pool because it's awesome. And yes, you are correct, Eroth is flat.
They all
No, it's
have
not.
turtles under them, right?
They do,
Every one of
yes.
them. Sweet.
So what you can basically see is these branches kind of almost seem to disappear into these pools. The idea of the color pools is it's basically like a measured way of traveling planes in Spelljammer. So you can find out, you can seek them out specifically. So for example, a lot of people in Wild Space would know, like, oh, there is a blood red pool nearby, and we know that that leads to hell, and most blood red pools lead to at least one of the levels of the 9 hells, but this deep blue one leads to the elemental plane of water. Like, it's the idea is it's to try and be like a bit of a calculated way of like,
Oh,
this
okay.
chaotic grey one generally tends to lead to limbo. There's not necessarily just one color pool in existence. The idea is like there's countless, and if you come across a pool of a specific color, you can probably access the plane that that color corresponds to. It's just different places around the plane.
Okay. That makes sense.
Basically. So what some people do, what they did in my Spelljammer campaign, for example, is they left a particular area, and then because time moved a lot slower in Wild Space, slower or faster, I can never remember which one. One of the two, whichever one it was, where they could basically move crazy far distance in Wild Space, find the color pool they wanted to appear like halfway across the world, and like an hour had passed in the world instead of the like 2 months they spent in Wild Space. So yes,
Oh,
time goes
wow.
slower. So it's like it's the same kind of vibe here on the World Tree. Linga would pick that up with her insane rolls for these 2 checks.
She's so smart.
So
that
like
Linger.
that's also part of the idea that the tower had in his research, where it was like, well, the Hanged Man basically retreats to here so that he can do stuff and less time passes on the material plane. I want to do that as well so I can build my fucking cyborg army in peace and like take over a bunch of stuff. And everyone's like, wow, he built such a huge army in an hour. Like it's that sort of vibe.
Oh, man. Oh, no, says Mira, my dad. I gotta go.
Would you look at the time?
She look at the time. Mira will just kind of nod and be like, okay, well, if we're gonna rest, we should go back to the tower and take a rest, and then we can deal with, you know, like dad stuff later if we have to.
I like it.
If we have to. We also can just skip that. Like, I
Although
want to
speaking of
do it,
parents, Chester's parents are like full wide anime eyes
yeah.
staring out the window.
Wow.
They're just regular people seeing this.
That's a monumental thing to get to see. So
It is.
Family vacation.
Actually, Mom, Dad, you could perhaps take the opportunity to do some cartography. No one has ever charted this before. You could make some serious money.
mm-hmm.
That's theoretically possible, I suppose. It is one of those annoying things where it's like they can chart it probably, but also like it's almost like an infinite space in a way that you're looking at. So it's like, if nothing else, they can start putting together like the theories on the color pools and be like, you can come here, do this, seek this out, and you will get to this place. And even that is more than people have had in like 4,000 years. So
There you go.
Chester's onto something there. But again, it's also, will people believe them? Linga will make them believe.
I was gonna say we'll make sure that they believe them.
But yeah, cool. As we all head back to the tower for a long rest, well deserved and well earned. Because also in game, this would probably have burnt through like most of Linga's spell slots.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what I just assumed. Even the stuff that she didn't use in combat, it's gone now. Like that was.
This is very much like you've burnt all your spell slots. You long rest when you're here.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, we will go ahead and end it there.
That's great. Yay, finally, we got
You
there.
did it.
When did we last
did
level up?
it. It's been a while. I don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
Maywood probably knows because Maywood has got like the chart.
I don't know time frame, but a minute.
We can level up. This feels like level upable.
Yay!
Yeah, we just
Pierce the plains. That's a level
Yeah.
up.
That's a level up. Amazing. Oh my god, now I have to decide what I'm gonna do.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
And that's why we're ending the session here.
Yeah.
I wanna like I wish I could do like what like I find Maywood and Lindsay's like matrices and like whole thing like so
Yeah.
impressive. But
Like
I
pre-plan.
feel like it's too far in advance for me to feel like I don't know. It's like I don't want to get ahead of myself and assume that I'm getting there. I don't know, because not all campaigns get to this, even past level 10. So
One thing I will say, like I'm not it's not 100% set in stone. This is what I'm doing. If I get to that
Yeah.
level and it does make sense,
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
And
do I
mine
level up here?
Mine is because the type of wizard she is. I have to keep up with which spell she has, what spell type damage they do at each level so that I can do the swapping in and out.
Totally.
So
Yeah, that needs planning, definitely.
Okay, let me see.
Well,
it's my favorite school of wizard. I'll
Need to
figure
see-
out a feat later.
Right?
I will let you guys enjoy leveling up. My earbuds have just informed me that the battery is low, so that's
Yeah.
an even better time to pack it up and end there. And we will see you all next time.
Right. Bye.
Adios.
Figure that out later.
Yeah, guys.